All right, let's go live. Hold on, hold on a second. I'll make sure everything's okay. Okay, cool. Hey, original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. I'm your host, OC. And today, breaking news in the watch world. Monochrome watches, one of the leading corporate media authorities on the watch industry. You can learn more about them at monochrome-watches.com. And you can also find them on YouTube. Just do a search for Monochrome watches. Their actual tagline is at monochrome-watches on YouTube. Check them out. We're going to be going through. We did a video, super popular video the other day, by the way. It was the Britt Pierce analysis. Britt Pierce did her 2026 Rolex predictions. And we did an analysis and a review. We did a review and analysis of Britt Pierce's 2026 predictions, which were pretty good predictions. Pretty good. Now these monochrome articles that they do every year, they're really good. I've got to tell you, if someone from Monochrome is watching, feel free to jump on. I think they did the best job in years. I mean, the best job coming up with mock-ups and designs and crazy things that I've ever seen them do. I wouldn't consider this a prediction list. I don't consider these predictions. I just consider these really, really, really good ideas that Rolex, if Rolex is watching, some of these things you should be considering, because the editors at Monochrome, whoever they are, the people who put together this article, and I want to give a shout out to Bryce Goulart at Monochrome. He wrote this article. Bryce is based in France. That's why he has the name Goulart. Bryce Goulart has a background in international finance. He has a strong interest in watches that began with an old mechanical chronograph that was given to him at the age 15. And he became a writer at Monochrome in 2013. Wow, he's been a writer at Monochrome since 2013. Wow, he's the managing editor. Shout out to Bryce Goulart, managing editor of Monochrome. He is the author of this incredible article, which I don't think, again, chronicles predictions as much as it documents really great ideas about which Rolex should be thinking. Really, really good ideas. Here's a on the screen here to the right of me on the screen. If I point to my left, it looks like it's to the right. This is just a small summary of some of the ideas that the managing editor team at Monochrome deduced. They invented some really, really incredible ideas. And we're going to be going through them one by one. The link to join the panel is pinned at the top of the chat. That's a quick administrative thing. Number 2, we will be displaying copyrighted material. We will be doing that consistent with United States copyright law under fair use. We will be doing, it's newsworthy. We will be doing commentary, satire, comedy. Are there any other exclusions that are carved out in the copyright law for fair use? Whatever they are, we will take full advantage of them. We will take full advantage of fair use under the United States copyright laws, because we don't do very much prep or planning or anything here. We just hit the play button. We just hit go live, and that's what we do. If you're new to the channel, this is the original OC channel, Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector. We do only watch talk here, and it's watch talk primarily 99.999% of the time about Rolex, Patek, AP, Richard Mille, and F. Pajon, and those brands pretty much exclusively. If you are a member, please check and see if you have a free member milestone chat. Okay, please click the currency icon like the dollar bill or the pound sign or whatever it is by the comments. You may have a free member milestone chat. Use those and use your member emojis, guys. Use your member emojis. If you don't have a star next to your name, you are not a member, and that's very disappointing. Please become a member, guys. Seriously. You know how frustrating it is to know that you have thousands of people viewing these live streams and only like 75 members? Come on, guys. Support the channel. We don't beg for super chats here. The super chats here don't go to fund my lavish lifestyle. Speaking of my lavish lifestyle, I'm rocking Rolex Reach for the Crown. Rolex Daytona on Oyster Flex Ever Rose Gold Diamond Baguette Dial. Yeah, you can't get Diamond Baguette Dial with Oyster Flex anymore. It's discontinued. So I don't think there's a watch. I don't think a watch expert's going to join the panel. So if not, we'll have to continue without the watch expert, which is fine. We'll do it. We'll do it ourselves. Fuck it. We don't need a watch expert on. We'll just fucking do it ourselves. But become a member, guys. Seriously. If you are in a country where you cannot become a member, then I'm gonna put it on you to show your appreciation for the stream. All right. This, in my estimation, this is the best grouping of Rolex ideas to come out of Monochrome in years. It's a really, really, really good batch. You don't want to go anywhere, guys. Stick around, carve out, like, put the next 2 hours aside, cancel the Zoom calls, cancel the Google Meets, cancel your Teams meetings. If you got to put the kids to bed, do it now. You were supposed to go out to dinner, forget it. Cancel it all. Stay right here for the next 2 hours. We're going to go through all of Monochrome's 2026 Rolex recommendations. If there's a representative from Monochrome that wants to jump on, click the link somewhere at the top of the chat. It's pinned somewhere. Okay, I'm going to say hi to everybody. Members, I really love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. If you're not a member, you will be browbeat, and there will be a barrage of criticism. Become a member, guys. Seriously. If anybody watching this show with a $200,000 watch collection can't afford $4.99 a month, click away. Do something else. Do something else with your time. If you can't afford $4.99 a month to become a member here, and you have a $125,000 Rolex collection, get fucked. No, I'm just kidding. I like everybody that views. I get it. It's fun. It's fun to watch, but I really, really do love and appreciate the members here. So become a member. Like Logan Hall, star of Logan Hall's Grill Streams. He's first in the chat. He's the first to upvote. And if you're watching this on Friday afternoon U.S. time, Logan and I don't want to let the special guest out of the bag, but we're going to be doing a special live stream tonight from Burger King. We did a live stream a couple of days ago where we did a live review of McDonald's new Big Arch. Now listen, it was okay. Did I love it? No. I love the Big Mac. The thing is, I love McDonald's. I love their chicken McNuggets. I love their quarter pounder with cheese. I love their Big Mac. I love their double cheeseburger. I love their McDouble. I love their regular cheeseburger. I love their fries. I love everything. I love their coffee. I love everything about McDonald's. So I am a McDonald's super fan. Okay. I'm a McDonald's super fan. So I was a little disappointed with the big arch. It was big, it was beefy, it was meaty, it was tasty, but there's something about the Big Mac that I just love. I love the punch of the Big Mac, the tang of the Mac sauce. I love the secret that I do with the Big Mac is I take the top bun off, I take the middle bun, and I flip it over, and it completely changes the B2B ratio. The B2B ratio is the beef to bun. The beef to bun ratio changes dramatically when you do that. You do get rid of the sesame seeds, which is kind of a weird thing, but try it. Get the Big Mac. Guys, listen carefully. It's actually not that hard. Go get the Big Mac, take the top bun off. It's easy to do because the top bun's dry. They don't put anything on it. It's super clean. Take the top bun off. Take the middle bun, pick up the middle bun, which has the patty on it, flip it over. Okay, now you're going to have a little bit of slivered onions on that top part now, but basically now you have you've got the 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on not a sesame seed bun anymore. The sesame seed part's gone, but you got the middle bun and the bun, and that, oh my God. And Brody's like, hey, if you take that and put it in the toaster oven, and that middle bun becomes all nice and toasty and has a little bit more structure. Holy crap. I guess the people at Burger King saw my video, which is kind of weird because it was members only. I think what happened is there was another stream that did a review of my review, and someone who works at Burger King saw that because my stream was members only. And then I actually, this morning, I had to put it back to public. So it was members only. I changed it to public so another stream, Franchise Club, could review my live review of the Big Arch. Then I moved it back to members only. Then I started getting messages like the people at Burger King want you to come check out the Whopper. I'm like, the Whopper? I like the Whopper. The Whopper is a good burger, but why would I go? And they're like, oh, no, we improved it, OC. We're going to take on the Big Arch. We're improving the Whopper. So I'm doing a special live stream with special guests tonight, live from Burger King. We'll be doing a live review of the new and improved Whopper. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Let's get back to the chat. We got Jen G, member of the OC channel. And thank you, Logan, for being a member. Really appreciate it. Whole Milk is in the chat. Not a member. The bar for breaking news has never been lower. It's true, but this is a good topic. Maybe I should just change the breaking news thing to like Monochrome published an article there. I mean, it's kind of breaking news, right? It's only once a year that Monochrome publishes their 2020, their annual Rolex predictions. This year's for 2026. It is breaking news, Whole Milk. Otherwise, we wouldn't have 7 people watching. Got 7 whole people watching. MD Chaz in the chat. Not a member. Become a member, guys. FYI, Wendy's has a burger that's apparently going for over retail. By the way, we're going to be checking that out. We're going to be doing. So we did the Big Arch. We are going to do the Whopper tonight. We've got a list of stuff coming up. We've got 5 Guys coming up. We've got Wendy's coming up. We're going to go back to McDonald's and we're going to do the Big Mac and the quarter pounder with cheese. Okay. And then we're going to hit the road. We're going to do In-N-Out. We're going to do 5 Guys. Okay. We're going to do Jack in the Box. Yep. Jack in the Box. That's a request from Brody. We're going to be doing Culver's. We're going to be doing Tommy's number 5. For those of you who are in LA, you know who I'm talking about. Tommy's number 5. We're going to do Fat Burger. We're going to do Shake Shack. We have live burger reviews scheduled for the rest of the year. It's going to be insane. But Wendy's is coming up soon, MD Chaz. Become a member for the exclusive live taste review content. Original Mathis, member of the OC channel and CEO of both the original OC and Watch Colony channel networks. Let's go. We've got the Psych Student Minnesota in the chat. Hey, OC, great to chat with you on Instagram. Missed this article, so excited to see what they came. Oh yeah, what they came up with. You're going to be blown away. I don't consider these predictions. These are not predictions. These are just cool ideas, and we're going to go through them one by one. Even if it takes 6 hours to do, we're going to do that. Maybe. We do watch and burger talk. We're pivoting. We're pivoting from just exclusively elitist watch talk to mainstream fast food burger talk. We're doing everything here. We're going to do it. We're doing it. There are no bounds. There's nothing limiting us. We're not limited. We can do whatever the hell we want here. Not the Pope is here. Member of the OC channel. Evening all, looking forward to this. Good to see Not the Pope in the chat. Look at this. We got people in Australia tuning in. We got Dingo Dave from Australia. Hello. Hey, OC. Community. Dingo Dave does he's an equal opportunity watcher. He watches all the streams, enjoys all the content. Super cool guy. Watches suck, just saying. Fishes. I'm telling you, fishes. We will not be doing fish sandwich reviews. No fish sandwich reviews. Just burgers. Just burgers. Hey, look at this. SE is back in the chat, baby. Back in the chat. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. SE's back and he's a member. He's one of the top members too, by the way. It's good to see SE back as long as he consumes social media content in moderation. Promise me, SE, promise me. Family time is more important. Family time is more important than these silly live streams. Family time, reading, spending time, golfing, skiing, all the awesome stuff he does is way more important than these dumb live streams, which are a colossal waste of time and very unproductive. So if you agree with me, just click away right now. Member for 16 months. Yeah, and he's this campaign senior advisor. Super high up. Super nice guy, and I'm proud to call him a friend. SE, upvote, everybody. Upvote. Eldesense is in the chat. Becoming a member. Thank you, Eldesense. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Come on. We need more members, guys. We need way more members. Look at this. The franchise clubs. Member for 5 months. There you go. When is the Shake Shack review coming? It's coming. Can you collab with Uncle Manny? Absolutely not. I want nothing to do with that guy. Will we see Halal Brothers with Moses, a Mazal taco review? No, probably not. Probably not. We're going to do strictly burgers here. We're going to do burgers. We're going to focus exclusively on burgers. We're going to focus on my area of expertise, which is fast food burger chains. We're going to mix that up a little bit. We're going to mix it up tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, United States time, the live review of the new and improved Whopper from Burger King. You don't want to miss it. It's going to go members only. It's going to go members only as soon as this stream is over. So if you miss it, you're pretty much screwed, okay? And we got Vimal in the chat. Vimal, I've heard people describe Vimal as a honey badger. What is that, honey badger? What does that mean? Honey badger. I'm going to look up the exact definition. He's fearless. He's fearless. He's an aggressive, intelligent, fearless animal. That's what Vimal is. I've heard good things about Vimal recently, within the last 24 hours. I always hear good things about him, but I've heard some spicy things about Vimal. Vimal doesn't take any shit, right? Gator Burger, the official sponsor of Miami Crew. Slogan is "Eat that gator before it eats you." We will not be doing gator reviews. Thank you, Mathis. Vimal, the thing I like about Vimal is he's always contributing in the chat. Like if I'm stuck on something, he'll go grab a piece of research and drop it in the chat, or he'll drop a link in. He's smart guy. He's super helpful to the show. So I can't complain about Vimal. He's a big supporter, and he's a member. And I support my members 100%. All right, guys. Upvote the live stream. We're about to get to the article. We're gonna get right into it. We're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna start the review of Monochrome's 2026 Rolex predictions in 5 minutes. Let me just double check some things in the chat. All right, we're up to 11 viewers. I love it. 11 viewers. Upvote the live stream. Let me check the. Okay, yeah, we're doing good on upvotes. Come on, guys. If you're watching right now, if you're a lurker, if you're someone who's even not a fan of the OC channel, you're not a fan of me personally, still upvote. Show some respect and upvote the show as a sign of, as a show of support and a sign of mutual respect. How about that? Hey, look at this. Tobister McDonkey's in the chat. I have a Submariner no date. I want another diver. Okay, sounds good so far. I have a Rolex Submariner no date. I want another diver. I hate Omega and the Swatch Group. What is allowed? I love Panerai submersible. I kind of want the Sin U15. Is this legal? Suggestions, please. Suggestions, please. Not the Pope says Sin is legal only in Germany. I agree. If you are no endless time, you're allowed to have Sin. Everybody else, not allowed to have Sin. You want a Submariner? You want a diver? You want another diver? Well, listen. You already have a Submariner. So you can go Royal Oak Offshore. Listen, I'm only going to tell you about approved brands here. Aquanaut. Even though the Aquanaut you're not allowed to splash it because it breaks. Royal Oak Offshore is probably number one. Blanc Pond 50 Fathoms. It's a pretty good watch. I mean, even though it's part of the Swatch Group, Blanc Pond 50 Fathoms is pretty good. It's a beautiful luxury diver. Other than that, I think dive watches are kind of overrated. Just go for. You could go for a Daytona on Oysterflex. It gives you the same water resistance, right? Go for Daytona on Oysterflex. That to me is a waterproof watch. It doesn't have to be a dive watch. Your Submariner is a good dive watch. If you want something that can get wet, Daytona on Oysterflex. Cool. Hey, we got the Watch Hangout in the chat, reminding everybody to upvote. Watch Hangout. I'm a member of the Watch Hangout, by the way. I'm a member of the Watch Hangout. Stop it, whole milk. Stop it. So other than that, I mean, you guys know me. You know what I would likely recommend. I'd probably stick with that with AP. Go for AP Royal Oak Offshore or Rolex Daytona. Cool. Is that okay? Is it okay to recommend a Daytona even though it's not technically a diver? It's still waterproof. Who wears the Daytona to the beach? I do. I wear a Daytona to the beach. I don't think I would even take my GMT to the beach. Maybe I'll look into the Royal Oak Offshore, but it doesn't really have a bezel. Yeah, well, listen, are you actually, no one's going to keep track of your time on a diving. You're not going to use the bezel for diving. If you do, you're going to end up dead because you're probably, you have one of those diving things that tells you like, okay, I'm out of, I've got 4 minutes of oxygen left before I croak. Right? You're going to have one of those diving computers. It's for show, guys. Listen, Rolex's dive watches are pretty good. Submariner, Sea Dweller 43, Deep Sea, all that stuff. If you really want a diver, but you don't really need a diver. Go with the Daytona. You can do Yacht Master. How about Yacht Master on Oysterflex? That's a water-themed watch. Yacht Master on Oysterflex is water-themed and fucking luxurious as hell. Precious metal, black fucking dial. fucking that plasticky looking black gloss bezel. You have good ideas. You have good ideas within Rolex and AP. You don't need to. And yeah, I take this to the beach. I'm going to the beach next week, and actually for the next couple of weeks. And this is the watch I'm taking. Okay. He who is without sin cast the first stone. Thank you. The Watch Hangout. Great team over there. Got Brody in the chat, member of the OC channel. Tudor Black Bay on him, rubber strap. Is the best waterproof watch. Thank you. Thing is, I owe Brody like $37,000 in legal fees. So like he knows, and he's a member. So it's like I could try to say something back. But have you ever been sent to collections by a law firm? You don't want a law firm going after you for collections. Yeah. So I mean, I think I'm down. I think I owe 36.5 at this point. I'm chipping away, guys. I'm chipping away. I'm chipping away. I'm giving him a chunk. He needs a chunk. Then I need to give this guy a chunk. I got lots of people that need chunks, but Brody's gonna get a big. He's the next guy. He's gonna get a big chunk. I'm chipping away. He's down to 36. He was at 40. Now he's at 36.5. I'm chipping away. 36.5 is a lot of fucking legal fees, though. I gotta tell you. But he can offer a comment like this, and I can't tell him to get fucked because I can't have him coming after me. Brody's like a super smart lawyer. He'll crush me. He'll crush the OC channel. Just like he revived it from the ashes. Just like that, he can crush it. The Yachty is nice. A diver has to be a dive bezel to futz with. Oh, he's one of these guys that needs to play with the bezel. The offshore is like a little knob, kind of lame. Okay, that's a fair point. It is a little knob that turns the internal bezel on the offshore. I'll let the chat jump in. The chat can jump in and give ideas. But here you're going to get a bunch of elitist recommendations. So we're probably not the best source of information. Okay, are you guys ready? Guys ready? Let's get to the article. We've got all right, 15 people watching. 15, and we have 2 on Tinder, 1 on Grindr, and 1 on Facebook Marketplace. Hey, shout out! Hey, if you're watching us on Facebook Marketplace, probably like in the Moto group, you're watching us there. Click on over to YouTube, enter a comment in YouTube, so I know you're on Facebook. And shout out to the people watching on Tinder. 2 people on Tinder, and 1 on MySpace. All right, let's get the article up. Again, congratulations to Bryce Goulart, managing editor of Monochrome. His team put together the best group of predictions that, I mean, they're not, again, I don't consider them predictions. I consider them awesome ideas. Really, really good ideas. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Already, what a banger. What a banger of a combo we've got here. I'm telling you, these predictions knocked it out of the park. These are the best looking ideas I've seen in years. If someone from Rolex is listening, please pay attention. There are watches that I don't even like that look good when Monochrome mocks them up. Hey, I've got, speaking of France, Tan's in the chat. Hello, OC. I've tried the 5328G at Patek Philippe today. Nice watch, but difficult to read the day and date. The watch was available to buy. 5328G. Oh, that's an incredible watch. Oh my God, that is absolutely stunning. Man, oh man. That's the new, introduced in 2025, Patek Philippe 8-day. It's known as the 8-day because it has an 8-day power reserve, and it has the instantaneous instantaneous date mechanism in it. This is absolutely gorgeous. If available to buy. Oh man. Difficult to read the day and the date. Let me see. Let's take a look here. Can I pause that? No, I can't. Okay. Let's see. Pull up a pic. Let's pull up a nice big fat pic here. 78,200. Okay, so it's got the day of the week and the date of the month. The date of the month is in a subdial. The day of the week is in a window. It's got the power reserve at the top, which is kind of cool. I love the syringe hands. I love the blue asphalt dial. This is in white gold. 78,000 is pricey, but this is a freaking gorgeous, gorgeous watch. Man, that's a really, really cool watch. Thanks for sharing. Back to Monochrome and the predictions. Guys, if you keep interrupting, I'll never be able to get through this, but keep interrupting. We need a very high level of comments today. The Monochrome editor's name is Rice Pilaf. No, it is not Rice Pilaf. It is Bryce Goulart. Bryce Goulart. He's French. Okay, so Rolex predictions 2026. The new models Rolex might launch at Watches and Wonders 2026. Another year, another round of our usual forecast on the potential launches for the crown. Reach for the crown. Now, again, these are not predictions. I think they're trolling us with this whole thing. That these are just really good ideas. Super, super good ideas. Check this out. Right off the bat, the thumbnail shows us a Pikachu, but with the black Cerachrome bezel. So there's a full yellow gold Pikachu. I think that's what they call that, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. If you don't, if that's the wrong nickname, I think this is called the Pikachu, the champagne dial. I call it the champagne panda, basically. Champagne dial, black subdials is the Pikachu. Now, this one that they mocked up is in yellow gold with the black Cerachrome bezel, which doesn't come on full gold, unless you have a Lemon. And they have this on a Jubilee bracelet, full gold Jubilee bracelet. Pretty incredible. And then on the right, they've got the return of the Milgauss, the return of the Milgauss. And they've got different variations of the Milgauss. You're going to be blown away by the different variations that they have of the Milgauss. Really, really sexy. And I don't even like the Milgauss. Guys, if you want to come on and join me and review these Monochrome Rolex 2026 mock-ups, jump on the panel. Essie's off to bed. He's in Germany. Got to rise early in the morning. Have a great stream, everyone. You can watch it on the replay, Essie, or not watch it at all. Do other things. Do other things that are more important. But thank you for popping in, and thank you very, very much for your 16-month member milestone chat campaign senior advisor SE. Got Aussie expat in the chat. We got MD Chaz, who's now finally a member. Finally a member. After all the begging and pleading, MD Chaz is a member. Wow. My badgering is working. Come on, guys. We need all members. We want a full chat of members. All you guys with $100,000 watch collections, pony up the $4.99 a month. You can do it. No one else is going to, I mean, there may be streams that copy my ideas, and then they go to Monochrome, and then they pull up these watches, and then they talk about it. But don't you want to reward the stream that comes up with the original ideas? Maybe. But thank you, MD Chaz, for becoming a member. See, pony up the $4.99. You look much more attractive in the chat if you have a star next to your name. If you don't have a member star next to your name, you look weak. Don't look weak, guys. Come on. You can do it. Become a member today. Okay, and one other thing I wanted to say. What was it? I can't think of it. Okay, let's go through. So we got the Milgauss, but it has an orange crystal. Milgauss with an orange crystal. It's got orange text. It's got a lightning hand that is in white gold, but with an orange tip. And then it's got an orange crystal. I like both of these. And I don't even like the Milgauss. But these are really, what do you guys think of these in the chat? Let me know. What do you think of the concept of the Daytona on Jubilee? And what do you think of the return of the Milgauss with an orange crystal? Now, there's multiple versions. I'm going to show you all the different versions they mocked up. Okay. Who's ready? Let's do this thing. All right. We are less than 2 months away from the main event. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to read anything. Just show us the stuff. Just show us the stuff. Okay, brand new Milgauss. Dynapulse equipped with a twist. Okay, they're calling for the return of the Milgauss. It's been discontinued since 2023. Let's see what they came up with here. Boom. Wow. Oh. Okay. That is sexy. Hey, SE, thank you for gifting memberships. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for gifting the membership, and congratulations to Slipped Clutch. It's always a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot when you gift a membership. You never know, right? Congratulations to Slipped Clutch, new member of the original OC channel. GMC Watches is in the chat. Now OC only owes $36,495.01. Well, keep in mind there's Google fees, YouTube fees, and taxes. So keep that in mind. Thank you, SE. Really appreciate that. But guys, don't force SE to gift memberships. Just buy your own membership. Everybody with a star and everybody who's bolded in green in the chat has a membership. They have a star next to their name. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. This is awesome. Now, I don't even like the Milgauss, but I like the look of this. I like because the Milgauss traditionally comes with the orange electric seconds hand. What they've done here is basically refreshed it, modernized it, but also gave it a twist with the orange crystal. And the entire Lightning second hand isn't all orange. They just made the tip orange. This is a very, very, very smart mock-up. Okay? This is really, really, really good. Okay? MD Chaz says, the Milgauss looks great. It's an OP without the hideous double batons. Actually, the way they did the Milgauss is some of the batons are actually bigger than others. I'm not sure if on their mock-ups they did it that way, but some of the previous Milgausses, 6 and the 9, and the 3, 6, and 9, I believe, were slightly bigger batons than the others. Let's see what we got here. What's next? Okay. Holy shit. Is this, what color would you call this? Purple? Lavender? Blue? I'm kind of colorblind, so I have no idea. To me, it looks lavender. It's purple. Is this, what color is this? Let me see here. Let me see if they say in the chat, in their article, the color, the name of the color that they chose here. Okay. This is the 70th anniversary of the Milgauss, at least according to Rolex's kind of unofficial launch date of 1956. Here we have it in, let's see, what color is this? So blue. They're calling this blue. Okay. It's pretty, I mean, I don't, you imagine if they came out with a bunch of Milgausses in special colors. Holy shit. That would blow everybody. Suddenly, this would be like a massive collectible. It'd be like the OPs. Everybody would want their own color. Some people would want to collect all the colors. Some people would only want the most coveted and desirable colors. Man. This is really, really good looking. What's next? Okay. Next, we have green. Wow. Let me move myself down here. You guys can see that nice and big. Green Milgauss with the green text, the green tip of the lightning hand, and green crystal. What do you guys think of this one? Pretty damn good, right? Next, we have, this is the orange one that we showed. We showed it lying down. This one's a special one. This is orange, but with a blue crystal. Orange text, orange electric hand, the tip of the electric hand, and blue crystal. Wow. That one's different. The blue and the orange together. There are probably some football teams that have blue and orange as their colors. And if you're a fan of those, probably like this one. And I think there's also a brown. Like Monochrome also says they came up with mock-ups in, they did mock-ups in a variety of different colors, but they could easily come up with red, pink, blue, orange, yellow, brown, green, a whole bunch, you know, it could be a whole bunch of colors, crazy colors. Here's another one. This is orange with green. Orange with green. They do really good mock-ups. The mock-ups are really good. What's next? Oh, okay. So back to the article. Next prediction or next idea for Rolex. Let's see. New dials, materials and styles for the land dweller. Something entirely expected and central to our Rolex predictions for 2026 is a natural evolution of the land dweller collection with the introduction of new colors, new materials, and new styles. Indeed, when released last year at Watches and Wonders Geneva 2025, the Rolex Land Dweller arrived as a deliberately compact collection with only 2 sizes, 3 materials, and only one dial color per material. Stainless steel came with white. Everose gold came with, I think, white. And platinum came with ice blue. We can't imagine that this so important model for Rolex, its first new collection in 10 years, will remain limited in scope for long. Oh, whoa. What do we have here? Wow, this is, I don't know if I love this one. This is a black honeycomb dial. So this is basically a land dweller, stainless steel, fluted bezel, but with the black honeycomb dial and black chapter ring. What do you think of this one? What do you think of this one? Let's see what else they came up with in the Milgauss the Land Dweller collection here. What is this, like a pistachio? Let me check and see what they're saying here. Yeah, this is a pistachio green. Pistachio green. What do you think of this? I think pistachio green is different. It's better. Is pistachio green better than salmon? I think the color works. If pistachio can be a hit for the Oyster Perpetual, it can be a hit for the Land Dweller. Shane Spencer, who's a new viewer, welcome to the channel. This is the original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you enable notifications. Set notifications to all. By the way, only 20% of the people who watch these live streams have notifications set to all. And you have to do this too. You have to have YouTube notifications enabled on your phone. Okay, you have to go to like notifications, then apps, then YouTube, and you have to enable YouTube notifications. Okay? So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you enable all notifications, and you make sure that the YouTube app, has notifications on your iPhone or whatever phone you're using. Okay? Shane doesn't like this. When you type a comment in the chat, just like be more specific. No for what? The pistachio? You don't like the pistachio Land Dweller? Vimal says slate instead of black would suit the Land Dweller better. I agree. The dark color doesn't work as good as a slate or a gray. What's up, Aussie Expat? Good to see him in the chat. All right. So we got pistachio Land Dweller. That's interesting. And then we have, what do we have here? Smooth bezel. Holy shit. These fuckers at Monochrome are sneaky. Look what they did here. They put it on, they gave it a smooth bezel. The smooth bezel would probably knock $2,000 off the price. Right? That's pretty interesting. See, even though the slim fluted bezel has a classic Rolex look, this is according to Monochrome, we could imagine a Land Dweller also opting for a smooth bezel, stainless steel with a smooth bezel, to give the model a sleeker look. So here it is, imagined with a polished steel bezel paired with, this is what they're calling a salmonish dial. That looks kind of white to me. But they are calling it, oh, no. Here, this is the white one. I gave you a sneak peek. This is the white one. Next is black with the smooth bezel. Black with the smooth bezel. And then, are you ready for this? See, I'm going through these for the first time. Like I haven't looked at all of these in detail. Boom, salmon. Salmon with smooth. The thing is, though, what Monochrome didn't do is remove the very polarizing 6 and 9. Right? I think I would have liked to have seen Monochrome mock-up versions without the 6 and the 9. I'm surprised they didn't call for that change to at least have some models that don't have the 6 and the 9. Flamingo Blue highlighted comment from Vimal, one of our top Canadian viewers. We got the best Canadian viewers. Wimbledon Land Dweller on RF. Wimbledon Land Dweller on RF. What's RF? You mean Oysterflex? OF? The ball. Let me know. Let me know what you mean. Wimbledon Land Dweller and Anniversary Meteorite Oyster Perpetual. Those are Roger Federer. You want to put a Wimbledon Land Dweller on Roger Federer? What does that mean? Like the Wimbledon dial? Keep typing them all. I want to very, very clearly understand your comment. Okay, so is this what do you mean? You want a Wimbledon dial on the Land Dweller? And you want an Anniversary Meteorite Oyster Perpetual. Okay. Let me know. Please clarify your comments in the chat. Hey, look at this. We got Mikey, 10-pound super chat. Thank you very much, Mikey. Evening OC and crew. Rolex new releases are always class. They have no bad watches. That salmon looks off. Maybe it's not cooked all the way. You got salmon has to be perfectly cooked, or else you don't want to eat raw salmon. I'm not a big fan of raw salmon. There are people that I know that are in my my circle of friends. They love, for breakfast, everything bagel, avocado, and salmon, smoked salmon, fresh raw salmon. That's not my jam. That's not my jam. I want my salmon cooked. I want my salmon with like a salmon with dill and like a cream. So I like my salmon cooked. Maybe this isn't cooked all the way. That's why it's off. Thank you, Mikey. I really, really appreciate the super chat. Thanks for all your support. Amazing guy. Always supports the show. Thank you very much. Jonathan Smith's in the chat. What's up? The Jonathan Smith is in the chat. Start calling him the Jonathan Smith. Wimbledon dial on the Land Dweller. The Datejust dial is too old. Yeah, the Wimbledon's been on the Datejust for a decade now. Get rid of it. Also, the Datejust will move to matte colors like the OP last year. Oh, that would be interesting. You guys have some pretty good predictions. These are pretty good predictions. Hey, we got NamNad 95 in the chat. What's up? Everyone's welcome here as long as you talk watches. And the whole milk level of trolling is pretty much the limit. That's kind of the limit. The Brody trolling is off the charts, but I can't do anything. I owe him money. Can't do anything about that. So Brody's like, he's got a troll. He's got like a get out of trolling free card. But vote. Let's upvote the live stream, guys. We got over 13 people watching. We should have at least 13 likes. If you haven't liked the live stream yet, vote. Upvote. Okay? Look at this. Nobody else does coverage like this. Nobody else does good watch talk anymore. We're bringing you the breaking news. Will other streams try to copy this? Oh, let's pull up Monochrome and look at all the releases and do exactly what OC does. Sure, they'll try and copy. We are the innovator. We are the original. Shout out to NamNad. That's a super sticker, I believe, but it's empty. It's just an empty $19.99 super chat. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Type in your comment in the chat. I want to pull. If you have a comment, anything to say, please enter a comment. Nice big arch review. I had to move it back to public. I had to move it back to public for one day only. So it's back to public. It was members only. Then it got moved to public. Then members only. Now it's back to public again. Burger King, apparently, I don't know why they would even care. The thing is, I got several hundred views, which is not a lot of views, but I did. StreamYard generates AI shorts, And those shorts got seen by like 5,000 people. So I think someone saw the shorts, or someone watched the franchise club who works for Burger King, and they're like, hey, OC, we have a new burger. We revamped the mayonnaise. It's richer, tastier mayo. We want you to come try it. I'm like, fine, I'll come try it. Plus, I think they realized that I wasn't a huge fan of the Big Arch. I don't think the Big Arch is better than the Big Mac. I would not order the Big Arch over the Quarter Pounder with cheese. I wouldn't order the Big Arch over a regular double cheeseburger. So I'm a big super fan. I'm a McDonald's super fan. I love the Big Mac. The Quarter Pounder with cheese is my number 2. And the Big Arch I probably won't get again. And Burger King heard like I wasn't like totally blown away by the Big Arch. And they're like, hey, come check out the Whopper, which I will do tonight on a live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern, with special guests. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for the comment. Appreciate that. Okay, so we got salmon. Let me see if there's anything else interesting about this land dweller here. Oh. All right. Are you guys ready for this? Last but not least, in a classic move for the brand, this is according to Monochrome now. They could imagine the Rolex land dweller in different combinations of materials. Oh. Here we go. Rolex loves their two-tone. Rolex loves it. Thank you for using GMC, the members-only emojis. Membership does have its privileges, guys. Membership does have its perks. Use your members-only emojis. So, listen, Rolex is known for two-tone. Over the decade after decade, their most classic watches were two-tone Datejusts, stainless steel and yellow gold, for the men and the women. And so here we have Monochrome envisioning the two-tone stainless steel and yellow gold land dweller. And here it is with the fluted bezel. And the next one here is smooth gold bezel. That's a lot of changes, a lot of potential changes to the land dweller. A lot of potential changes. So let's recap. I'm gonna show you small versions here. Small versions. So we have two-tone stainless steel yellow gold with the smooth bezel. Boom. Here's the fluted bezel. Here is the salmon smooth bezel. And here we have black smooth bezel. This looks like an Explorer. It's like a combination of an Explorer and a land dweller. Kind of funky. I think they should do it with a gray bezel. Yeah, do it with a gray or a slate bezel. Black is just a little too jarring here. And then here we have white bezel. White dial, sorry. White dial, smooth bezel. Okay. And just to recap some of the and here we have pistachio. Pistachio on fluted, black on fluted. So we have black on fluted, pistachio on fluted. Then we got some smooth bezel options, a salmon, and a two-tone. Smooth and fluted. Got it? If you're just joining us, previous predictions include the Milgauss, a variety of different Milgauss colors. Check that out. Got the blue and the green and lavender and all kinds of different colors. Check those out. All right. All right. Next prediction from Monochrome. They want to see a refreshed. Really? They do? a refreshed Explorer 2. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. They want to see a refreshed Explorer 2. Let's see. What are they trying to achieve here? What are they trying to achieve? They want to see a smaller case, slimmer profile, and no more maxi dial. They want to see it. They want it more restrained, more compact. This new recipe would be, in their estimation, more appealing. The case, they're envisioning a case that uses the same proportions as the contemporary Submariner, meaning a reduction in size from 42 down to 40.5. Okay. So they want to make it smaller, reduced from 42 millimeter case to 40.5 millimeter case, more tapered lugs, and a case profile identical to the GMT Master 2 or even a bit thinner. Because the Explorer doesn't have to deal with the rotating bezel. So they want to get this down to 11.5 millimeter thickness in the case. So that's what they want to achieve with the Explorer. Now with the dial, they wanted to have smaller hands and markers, just like the 5-digit generation. And they wanted to have a smaller GMT hand, and they want it to be classic orange. Okay. They envision 2 editions, one with a black dial and polished applied markers and hands, or a white dial with black outline markers and hands. Okay. So those are the 2 versions that I don't like shorter hands. I don't like the shorter hands. That's for sure. The proportion seems a little weird. What do you guys think of the idea of doing a 40.5 millimeter Explorer 2? Here it is with a white bezel. I think they're reducing the size of the lume plots, the indices. Slimmer profile, the slimmer lugs. What do you think? So not the Pope says, so basically a new version of the 5-digit Explorer 2. Yeah, basically that's what they envision. A 40.5 millimeter case, slimmed lugs, slimmer height, slimmer case, and shorter hands and smaller lume plots. So it's more classic looking, not the big fat lume plots. Okay. What do you think of this? I'm not a big fan of the Explorer 2 anyway. So Not the Pope says it's a hard no. It's a hard no. Okay. Why a hard no? Like, what do you not like about it? Just let me know. You don't like it? You don't want it to be smaller, or you don't like the idea of it being slightly thinner lugs? Just let me know in the chat. What do you guys think of this one? This is the Explorer 2 reimagined by Monochrome. It's shrunk down from 42 millimeter to 40.5. Thinner lugs, thinner case, shorter hands, much shorter hands, and reworked dial with the classic looking lume plots. Here it is, nice and fat for you guys. Big fat picture. Legibility is gone with the thinner hands. Legibility is impacted I think they wanted to kind of say, hey, if you made a mistake and had the watch available for so many years with the shorter hands, go back to that. Retro, go back to your old mistake because we appreciate history and legacy. So it's like a more authentic and true to form to go back to the shorter hands, even though the shorter hands were a mistake. I don't agree with that. I think the shorter hour hand is kind of problematic. I don't like Mercedes hands. That's the thing. Is like my Daytona doesn't have Mercedes hands. I don't have. I mean, I have a Pepsi GMT Master 2 with Mercedes hands. That's the only watch I have, I think, with Mercedes hands. I do not like Mercedes hands. Okay? Period. I don't like them. I don't like that stupid symbol at the end. It's unnecessary. Okay? And here it is in black. Here it is in black. Interesting. Do a side-by-side. Oh, I can't do side-by-side. Oh, it's impossible for me. I wish I could, Jonathan. Too much work. Way too much work. So here's the black. Corrado, who's a member of the channel, says OC prefers the Tudor snowflake hands clearly. Actually, I do, if I'm being totally honest. I don't mind the Tudor snowflake hands. Don't clip this. Don't clip this. But I like Omega sword hand, the sword hands, the invisible. What do they call those? The Omega hands with that have the cutout in them. Sword hands or whatever they call them. I have it here. I'm getting rid of these. I'm getting rid of all my Omegas. My entire collection of Omegas is going to be gone. Yeah, I don't know what you call these, but I like these hands better than Mercedes hands. Do not clip that. Okay. And I like snowflake hands better than Mercedes hands. But I not that I would put snowflake hands on a Rolex. I'm just saying that I don't love Mercedes hands. Okay. Massive fan of Rolex, not the biggest fan of Mercedes hands. Okay. Toe Booster says the Mercedes hour hand makes legibility easy. My Datejusts are harder to tell the time. Fair enough. I'm not even going to argue it. I'm not even going to argue that. Not the Pope says if they wanted to go retro, they could have gone 1655. Oh, they gave that to Tudor to Massacre a few years ago. A friend of the inner circle just sold his 1655. Yeah, big money for the 1655. All right, so we're done. Let's just recap real quick. We've got the black Explorer, the white Explorer. Here's a close-up shot of the dial. Here it is on its side. Okay. That's it. All right. Next up. Oh, you guys are going to flip out over this one. You're going to flip out. There might be a mutiny on our hands. Boom. Daytona, stainless steel Daytona, but with a Jubilee bracelet. Now this I don't like the way the Jubilee looks in this photo. I think they screwed it up. Like when they were like the top looks good, but the bottom looks like it's They did something funky with it. So I'm going to ignore that particular picture. Ignore that picture because there's better ones. Like this one. Oh, baby. White gold. Let me see if I can do something here. Let me do this. Boom. Pop this open. All right, do this. Let me see how this looks. Boom. Nah, it doesn't look good. I'm trying to make it bigger. There we go. Let's just go back to this one. All right. Boom. Daytona on Jubilee. Daytona on Jubilee. What do you think? Vimal. Listen, we got two completely different opinions. Two completely different opinions in the chat. We've got Vimal that says that Daytona will be a hit. And then we've got Aussie Expat that says awful. And we've also got Not the Pope who says it's a hard no. Not the Pope says it's a hard no. He doesn't like Daytonas, apparently. It's a hard no for him. Thank you. Let's blow this puppy up. Okay, and then let's go to the next one. Holy shit. Pikachu on Jubilee, but what they've done here that's special for the Pikachu is they have put it on, oh, they've added the black Monochrome bezel. Black Monochrome bezel. What do you think of that? Dang. That is pretty sexy. I don't know. Do you agree with Vimal or do you agree with Logan? I mean, the Aussie Expat. Let's see. Let's do a quick poll. Let's do a quick poll. I think this one is definitely worthy of a poll. So here we go. The question is Rolex Daytona on. Hold on a second. Crafting this question here, should Rolex offer the Daytona with Jubilee? Yes. All right. Here are your options. Boom. Start the poll. Let's start the poll. Should Rolex offer the Daytona with the Jubilee bracelet? Vote in the poll. This one's the Pikachu, but not only is this one on not only is it on Jubilee, but they've added the black Cerachrome bezel. Black Cerachrome bezel. Let's see another one here. Oh, now this one doesn't have the Cerachrome bezel, but still has the Jubilee. Show the tab. Show it, OC. Show it. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. We're up to 15 viewers. So that means we should be able to get at least 15 votes in the poll. Hey, look at this. Watch Addict is in the chat. Greetings, Mr. Original OC. Well, welcome, Watch Addict, whoever you are. Make sure you're subscribed. And make sure you have notifications enabled. Welcome to the channel. This is the Original OC channel, Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector. We do watch talk here. Rolex, AP, Patek, Richard Mille, F. Pajon. Only the most elitist watch talk. And we do burger reviews when I'm hungry. Tonight, 7 p.m. tonight, the review of the new and improved Burger King Whopper. Live stream. Let's see. What do you guys think about this? Let's see. How are things going in the poll? Interesting. Fascinating. Wow. Wow. It's polarizing. It is polarizing. Let me pull up a nice big fat image here of the Pikachu. Big fat image of the Pikachu, and I will read you the rationale from Monochrome. They've created multiple versions here. The Steel Panda on Jubilee. They created the Pikachu, the John Mayer 2.0, and you saw the blue one as well, the white, gold, and blue, all on Jubilee. Okay. And they also, for this one, they added the black ceramic bezel, as you would find on a Le Mans, for example, or you would find on a Daytona on Oysterflex. So by popular demand, and because we've seen some collectors doing it themselves, and it looks fantastic, this is Monochrome talking now, we, Monochrome, have imagined the Cosmograph Daytona collection with the Jubilee bracelet, just like a GMT Master 2 is offered in both Oyster and Jubilee. That's it. So those are the changes. Okay. We've got the standard steel Panda Daytona on Jubilee. We've got the white, gold with blue dial on Jubilee. The Pikachu on Jubilee with the black Cerachrome bezel. And then the John Mayer 2.0 on Jubilee. We're going to close the poll because we got to keep moving. We got to keep the show moving. If you're watching this show on the replay, you can't see the poll, unfortunately, but I will read you the results. The results are as follows. Should Rolex offer the Daytona with a Jubilee bracelet? The winner with 50% of the vote is yes. Yes, fire. 35% of you said no. Hell no. And 15% of you said maybe it's pretty good. Okay? So again, the winner, yes, 50%. No, 35%. And maybe 15%. Thank you for voting in the poll. Okay. Watch Addict says, being the most addicted of all watch addicts, I have subscribed to your wonderful channel, Mr. OC. Thank you, Watch Addict. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Boom. I love the fact that they put them on these backgrounds that look like kind of Rolex backgrounds. I like that. Very cool looking. Nice. Okay. So, so far, let's recap the predictions. Okay, we'll go all the way to the beginning. Oop. We've got the Milgauss in all kinds of different crystal colors with different text. Okay, different Milgauss. Check it out. Lots of cool different Milgausses. Milgai in plural. Then we've got the Land Dweller with a black dial, Land Dweller with pistachio dial, and then we have versions featuring smooth bezel. Then we have smooth bezel with salmon dial. And then we have two-tone with both fluted and smooth bezel. And then we have another prediction, smaller Explorer 2, 40.5 millimeter instead of 42 millimeter. And then we have Daytona on Jubilee. Next. What's next? I think already these are great choices. Okay. Now, you want to go ultra premium? Here we go. Boom. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? They would love to see, these are the folks at Monochrome now. They would love to see, now the Lemon was introduced in 2023 in white gold, and then 2024 in yellow gold, 2025 in rose gold, ever rose gold. And there are 3 versions kind of floating around. But the version that hasn't come out yet is platinum. So what they predict is a platinum Lemon. And we did a poll about this the other day. We asked about what should happen with the Lemon. We were doing the review of the Britt Pierce predictions. And we asked, and I think people want to see platinum next, right? So this is Monochrome giving the people what they want. But they didn't want to just stick to a regular black dial. So, boom, they gave you meteorite. They gave you meteorite. Does the meteorite kind of ruin it? I mean, because this is now reverse, right? It's because the Lemon is black. The Lemon is black with white subdials. And now this is like a reverse meteorite Panda Paul Newman. It's a really long name, that's for sure. It's a super long name. What do you guys think of this one? The Panda, reverse Panda, but in platinum. Reverse platinum Le Mans, but on platinum. I think it's pretty cool. I like the black one better. I just don't think like the thing is Le Mans is racing and meteorite is space. So it kind of like it doesn't quite work. I'm not sure. Vimal says, I agree with platinum, but the meteorite will be offered in the white gold, rose gold, yellow gold in the future. Help extend the Le Mans range for many, many years. So like the Le Mans, the thing is the special edition Le Mans is a racing themed chronograph. And so I don't like the idea of the racing theme mixing with the space theme. on this particular model. That's just me. On this particular model, I don't love it. Could they go white dial with black subdials? Sure. But yeah, this is meteorite dial here. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Okay, next up, and I think this is the final, maybe the final prediction. No, this is the final. There's some good stuff coming up. There's another watch in the Rolex lineup called the Explorer One. The Explorer One. And Monochrome wants to see some changes to the Explorer One. Well, what do you mean, OC? Let's check it out. Boom. Well, this has been predicted for many, many years, right? This has been predicted a lot. Give us the Explorer One, but with a white dial. Make it a polar Explorer, right? Yeah, the Polar Explorer. I mean, this gets predicted every single year, right? Gets predicted every single year. Let me just check on something real quick. Question from the mall. OC, do you know if they call it the Cosmograph Daytona on the Le Mans? Yeah. All those different, they have all those, that lines at the top. It says like, yeah, I can pull it up. Let me see here. Yeah, here's the original Le Mans right here. Boom. Rolex, Oyster Perpetual. There's so much text here. So much text. Rolex, Oyster Perpetual, Superlative Chronometer, officially certified Cosmograph. So much text. So much text. But yes, they do. They do. That doesn't mean though I'm going to change my mind and like putting a meteorite dial on the Le Mans. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. So here we have the white dial, and let me see the differences here. Let me see if there are any differences. Take the current Explorer, keep everything identical, same case, movement, bracelet, handset, and simply create a mirror image of the black dial and turn it to white. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. So, oh, these are different sizes. Different sizes here. So with the 36 and the 40. 36 and the 40. Got it. Here's the 36. Boom, here's the 40. Okay, so that's the Rolex Explorer. Make it a white dial. That's not super controversial. Next, boom. Look at this puppy. Oh, gave you a sneak peek there. What do we have here? We have the introduction of the first complication into the 1908 collection. Of According to Monochrome, following several visual and material evolutions on the elegant Perpetual 1908 collection, they introduced the platinum with the guilloche dial, and they've also recently introduced the Setimo 7-link bracelet, which was a big hit. Monochrome would like to see complications added to the collection, and they'd like to do an easy one. Instead of the small seconds, how about giving us a moon phase, which will remind everyone of the Cellini moon phase that was discontinued a few years ago. So replace the small seconds with a moon phase. Let's do a quick poll on this one. Quick poll time. What do you think of the Rolex 1908 with a moon phase? And here are your choices. Love it. Like it. Here are your choices. Boom. Vote in the poll. What do you guys think of the Rolex 1908 with a moon phase? Scroll through the choices. Scroll through the choices and let me know what you think. But here it is. This version is yellow gold with the full yellow gold 7-link Setimo bracelet. We have a version here on the really cheap looking standard matte brown alligator. Is it alligator even, or is it like leather? I don't even know. Calf skin. What is it? Let me check this out. It's not alligator. It's like stamped. Rolex 1908. It is. I want to know exactly what this bracelet is. Let's look it up. Do they even say leather? It's leather. Leather. Brown or black alligator leather strap featuring tone-on-tone top stitching. There's some people who love contrast stitching and some people who don't like contrast stitching. On this watch, I think it looks cheap. It's so matte looking that it almost looks like it's plastic or rubber. Is that just me? Wow, this is a really, really good observation. I wish, Psych Student Minnesota, I wish they would remove the 12 and replace it with the coronet. Please, Rolex, please do that. And I don't like the 3.6, I don't like the 3.912 either. I would prefer batons. So get rid of the 3 and the 9, put the coronet up at the top. Nice, big, beautiful, 3-dimensional Rolex crown. And get rid of the 12. Good idea, Psych Student. Literally 0 of these so far is a good prediction. They're not good predictions. I just think they're interesting mock-ups. They are not predictions. Yep. This is a beautiful looking watch. Beautiful with the moon phase. Beautiful with the moon phase. Let's see it with a different dial color. Ooh, that looks, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. The black with the blue. What do you guys think of the the black with that jarring space subdial with the moon phase? What do you think of that? It doesn't. I don't know. I think I like the look of the other one, the regular dial better. Let's see. Boom. Here it is on leather. This is pretty good looking, actually, isn't it? I'll show this one full screen so you can see it with the black alligator leather option. Corrado says the platinum version is the best looking one. Yeah, the platinum one is a good. That's actually a guilloche dial. Guilloche dial on the platinum. Very few available. Hey, got Speedy Horrendous in the chat. What's up, Speedy? He says meh. And we've got Not the Pope. It's a hard no. Hard no from Not the Pope. Thank you for voicing your concern. And here we have Satimo, baby. Look at that. Full yellow gold Satimo bracelet. Moon phase. This one looks good. This one looks damn good. This is a pretty nice shot here. At the angled shot. The poll is live. The poll question is, what do you think of the 1908 with the moon phase? Let's get a few more votes in the poll, guys. Guys, pay attention. Get off your Zoom calls. Get off your Google Meets. There's a poll running. So take the opportunity to vote in the poll. What do you think of the 1908 with a moon phase? Boom. I love this. The result of the poll. If you voted, if you were quick, you voted. If you weren't quick, you didn't get a chance to vote. Shame on you. What do you think of the 1908 with the moon phase? It's a tie. It's a tie. It's a three-way tie. Technically, it's a three-way tie. It's within the margin of error. 1/3 of you said you love it. 1/3 of you said you like it. And 1/3 of you said you don't like it. But 0% said they hate it. Not a single person said they hated it. So that's pretty good. 1/3 said they love it. 1/3 said they like it. 1/3 said they don't like it. Hate it got 0%. That is the recap for those of you just listening and not watching, or if you're watching on the live, if you're watching on the replay. If you're watching on the replay, they don't show poll results on the replay. Cool. So there it is. 1908 with the moon phase. And final prediction is that, and here it is, final prediction, the Pepsi will be discontinued, according to Monochrome. According to Monochrome, they are, after years of rumors, they are going out on a limb along with everybody else. Remember, we predicted it first. We broke the news back on January 30th. We broke the news back on January 30th, almost a full month ago, that the Pepsi was likely going to be discontinued. Monochrome now, finally, after a whole month, jumping on the bandwagon, and they say that this reference with the red and blue bezel is gone. It is gone. That is their prediction. So that's it. The Pepsi is gone. Love these Daytonas, though. Love these Daytonas on Jubilee. Including especially this one. This one with the black Serichrome bezel. Prediction from Vimal, 36 millimeter 1908 for the unisex market. Interesting prediction. They have the 36 Land Dweller. They have the 36 Land Dweller. I don't think 1908. No, that's a conservative men's dress watch. I don't think you're going to see women wearing that one. I don't think they're missing out on that big of a market by not having a smaller size 1908. So there we have it. There we have it. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Reminder, we're doing a live taste review of the improved Whopper tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned to this channel. It's going to go members only. And tonight's stream, along with the McDonald's Big Arch review, are going to go members only at midnight tonight. So make sure you watch it live. Make sure you watch it live. As soon as the stream's over, it's going to go members only. Probably. Any other thoughts or comments on these predictions? Again, I don't consider them predictions as much as I consider them. The only prediction really is the Pepsi will be discontinued. I don't see all these as predictions. I mean, take a look at these. Here's kind of a summary, a little summary here. You got the Milgauss coming back. No new models. Oh yeah, the Milgauss Corrado. Let me show you. You missed it. There's a ton. They have a ton of ideas for the Milgauss right here. Boom. Here's the Milgauss coming back, baby. Some really good mock-ups. Yeah. Oh, okay. Not really. I mean, what do you mean by new? I mean, come on. What? I mean, this is a new. They're bringing it back. They're bringing it back. Look at this. This, you wouldn't call this new? The return of the Milgauss. I don't know. For the record, they're not going to do this. Definitely not going to do this. But it is interesting. I think these are good mock-ups. I'll tell you that much. I think they're really, really cool looking mock-ups. But I don't think any of this is likely to come to fruition. I just don't. Rolex Addict in the chat says Rolex needs more titanium in their lineup, more titanium. It's not some crazy exotic metal anymore. Titanium isn't your grandfather's metal anymore. Everyone's doing it, including affordable micro brands. Let me ask you this, Watch Addict. Which model would you like to see offered in titanium? Which model would you like to see offered in titanium? We already have a new 42 millimeter Yachtmaster. But what would be the next collection that you'd like to see offered in titanium? Let me know in the chat. Everybody can jump in. Everybody can jump in. If Rolex were to offer a model in titanium, what should it be? So yeah, this is the Milgauss here, and there's some different looks. I mean, these look good. These look good. Why is it necessary? No. Is it needed? No. Will they flop? Who knows? Maybe they won't flop if you offer them in these different colors and make them super exclusive. Remember the Oyster Perpetual was a dog until they came out with a bunch of different colors and made it kind of really like harder to get and more collectible. You know, but there it is, Z Milgauss. No, Milgauss in a bunch of different colors. They did really good mock-ups. Here is the Land Dweller in pistachio. The Land Dweller in pistachio. Yeah, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts in the chat. The Sea Dweller 43 in titanium would be spectacular. Okay. Okay. So he wants to see the Sea Dweller in titanium. Sea Dweller doesn't sell, though. Sea Dweller doesn't sell at all right now. But it's interesting. Interesting choice. You want to see the Sumana in titanium. Thank you, Vimal. MD Chaz wants to see the Explorer 40 in titanium, and he wants to see it with a black ceramic bezel. The Explorer 40 with black ceramic. That's a steel. That's a smooth steel bezel. Smooth steel bezel. All right, someone's jumping on. Someone's going to jump on. That means the ratings are going to go through the roof. Ratings are about to go through the roof. Aussie expat, welcome.
Hey, OC. How you doing? Feels a bit early to be doing all this Rolex hype stuff.
Is it?
Got like
is
a
5 weeks
full
away?
Month to go. 5 weeks. Come on. This is like my local grocery store doing Easter eggs already, which they do.
The Watch News is dead. Aussie, Watch News is pretty much dead. We got to gin up some engagement, some traffic. We got to get some eyeballs onto our magazine here.
Yeah, this whole set of it. This is just so crazy derivative that there's no way Rolex does any of this.
No, they're not.
None of this. All of this is like, it's like one step, but Rolex tends not to be that. Like every single year, they've kind of not done what anyone thought said they would do. As much flack as Rolex get for being conservative, they have literally not done anything that anyone ever predicted they would do in the last 5 years, honestly.
That's true. Remember when people predicted, well, it's like they some of the predictions come true, but then like there are big things that Rolex ignores. Like they said, listen, it's time to update the Explorer 2, and you're going to put the black Cerachrome bezel on it. You're just going to have a black ceramic bezel.
In 2021, I think that was like,
yeah. And then like all the mock-ups came out. It's like, oh, this is definitely happening, right? And then
yes,
it came,
the new teaser. Watch came out. Everyone said the teaser was showing the Cerachrome bezel.
And then the watch came out, and it looked exactly the same as the old one. I mean,
I know they did exactly what nobody expected, which was basically keep it almost identical. Everyone was expecting big changes, new materials, change things up. It's an opportunity. They did exactly nothing.
Exactly. Now, the thing that Monochrome didn't say, they said that the GMT was going to be, the Pepsi was going to be discontinued. What they didn't say is something that I might go out on a limb and say is that they might just redo the entire GMT Master 2.
Mhm.
That's not. I mean, maybe it's time for the GMT Master 3 Aussie with the quick set date and maybe a little bit
Quick
slimmer.
set date would be handy.
Yep. Make it a little.
Although the
Trim.
argument against a quick set date would be, does anyone really want a like fourth position on a crown? Like on the crown setting, does anyone really want 4 positions?
So you're saying they have to keep the jumping hour because that's one of the elements that makes the GMT a GMT.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then technically it's very difficult for them to offer more than 3 positions. You have the screw down position, which is the winding position. Then you have the hour set position, and then you have the full hour and minute
time setting
position, time setting
yeah.
position. So that's a technical thing I didn't actually think about because I'm not a watch person. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think it would be like a limit technology wise per se, but I just feel that like 4 positions for a user, like my wife asks me to set her time only watches to begin with.
Mhm.
and the last time Rolex was presented with, lots of modal changes possible, they created the command bezel on the sky dweller. They didn't
Mhm.
want to do 4 positions or something like that to manage the annual
Right.
part of that watch. So it seems plausible to me that they don't really want to do 4 positions, as much as I hate setting GMT Master 2 movements.
Hey, listen, Rolex isn't the only group that doesn't like more than 3 positions, and I'm not going to get into any details, but 3 positions seems to be the max, and it's very frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. We need to add more positions. What do you think of the idea of, you don't like this, right? Adding the Jubilee to the Daytona?
Jubilee, no, but the Cerachrome bezel is very welcome. Obviously, you only have that on Oyster Flexes right now. I mean, this exact watch, minus the Jubilee, is already available on Oyster Flex, right?
In Oyster Flex, correct.
So, yeah, I don't. Is it? Like, I've not looked at Oyster Flex. The whole 12 series lineup for Oyster Flex doesn't exist in my head because I prefer the previous generation where you're not surrounding ceramic with precious metals for some reason. Let's see, Daytona, Oyster Flex. And certainly with this one, I prefer the dial that's like my watch with the hollow sub-dials. Sort of like how you have the Panda Daytona where you get the black ring, white dial, black
Yep.
ring, white
Yep.
sub-dial.
I think it's about time. And I know people always complain like, "Oh, but you're going to get slightly less. You're going to get less gold if they make the full gold versions with the black ceramic bezel." But I think, I mean, Rolex isn't the kind of company that likes to give you lots of choices. But why not split up the production and make things even more scarce by offering half of them with the black ceramic bezel and half without, or 75% with the black ceramic bezel and 25% without? Like, if they're selling all that they can make today with full gold bezels, then they shouldn't have a problem selling 1/4 the production and making 3/4 of the production for any given configuration with a black Cerachrome bezel. That's my opinion. It looks. I don't think you can deny that it looks better. The contrast is, and you're still getting the gold rim.
It's nice, but at the same time, I wouldn't get rid of. And you're not suggesting that I wouldn't get rid of full gold bezels. I mean, full gold bezels is like a completely out there piece. I mean, I've got one. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's perfect in my eyes. But a ceramic precious metal that isn't on Oyster Flex is also something I think would be well received. I mean, for sure, the Le Mans have been well received. So
very well received, and of course, the platinum Daytona Comes
The
with
platinum.
Serichrome bezel. Yeah. So like you're
Um,
not going to say, oh well, you know what? I wish they made the platinum Daytona. I mean, some people maybe want the platinum Daytona with a platinum bezel. I don't
yes,
know.
yeah.
Have we ever?
Like Rolex have never been shy of SKU madness with the Daytona lineup, except for stainless steel. Like as soon as it gets into anything other than stainless steel, sky's the limit on the number of variations they're willing to entertain. So um, I think yeah, go for it. I think they just wouldn't do this like full stop. Like whether it's like on Oyster or Jubilee, I just think they wouldn't bother doing this. It's too derivative. It doesn't really matter.
What do you think of the? Do you think this one looks any
Jubilee,
better? Yeah, with the
no,
Jubilee.
no, it doesn't. Yeah, it's not doesn't need that bracelet. In person, like these gold watches are insane. Like it's not. It doesn't need the Jubilee.
Speedy Horrendous member for 15 months. I love you guys. I think he's referring to you, Aussie. I love you guys. But I'm out. There's only so much speculative Rolex tedium I can take before I go full Oedipus and gouge my eyes out. Speedy, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. If you have other stuff to do, actually, if you have anything to do, it's probably way, way better than watching these live streams. And yes, but we got no content. We've got no content here for the next month at least. So we're going to be reviewing every single prominent publications and YouTubers 2026 Rolex predictions until, like you said, we gouge our own eyes out. That's what we're going to do. We've committed to it. And if you're an absolute topper YouTuber, you can submit your review for consideration or your predictions, and we will determine whether or not you qualify to be for us to review your predictions. But Monochrome certainly meets the qualifications. Monochrome, one of the top corporate media publications in the watch industry. And I think, again, these are less predictions and more, I think, the best crop of ideas and mock-ups that I've seen in years from Monochrome.
Right.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Speedy.
I just think a lot of what they've presented here is just so single step with no, like I mean even the best one, which is that previous one of the chrome the Serichrome bezel. This basically already exists. As I said, just on an Oyster Flex bracelet, this watch already exists. So it's not.
It does, but not with the full gold bracelet. What they're saying is like, hey,
Yeah.
like offer some with the full gold models with the Serichrome bezel.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it sort of can't be done that easily because they have a different case. But yeah, we'll see.
Got Patek Chris in the chat. What's up, Patek Chris? Good to see you. Original Mathis says big ups to Aussie Expat. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Original
Mathis.
Mathis.
Yeah, Original Mathis knows no Serichrome bezels on Daytonas except steel, platinum, and Oyster Flex. I think Rolex keeps it that way. I mean, well, it's easy to predict that Rolex will do nothing because that's 99% of what they do is nothing. So if you predict that they'll do nothing, you're gonna be right way more often than not.
Here's the easy justification though. These, thinking about it correctly, the case and for sure the bezels, like they're already on Oyster Flex. The case already exists because the Le Mans exist, and we're not suggesting that this is a how do I say, new watch or anything like that. The case already exists, and it wouldn't make the Le Mans any less exclusive by doing this.
Correct. It's just, and it's in keeping with Rolex's way of doing things, which is fucking lazy. I mean, evolutionary. I mean, slight incremental improvements and changes. Evolutionary design.
Yeah. Here's the real key. Would they sell more precious metal Daytonas if they did this? Not the Jubilee, but just Just take what's already there
Yes,
and put the Le Mans case.
100% yes, they would. I think
I
this would
think
be
so.
the tipping point for a lot of people to say, okay,
Time for
that
full
look
gold. Yeah.
time for full gold. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. There's a lot of people who are very scared of going full gold Daytona because of the bezel. They're not really. They don't have a collection that supports having a watch that delicate and a Rolex at the same time. And I totally get it. It's not for me. I've got the Daytona I can wear every day. I don't need a Daytona in precious metal that is a rough and tumble gold piece. So I'm cool with where I'm at. But a lot of people out there won't get a steel Daytona ever, and they're often hovering only in the Oyster Flex lineup. But if they're not super keen on the rubber, then they're probably not in a position to go full gold. Full
Remember, it
gold.
was the introduction of the black Chrome bezel in 2016, I believe, in conjunction with, of course, the Paul Newman auction.
Mm,
But the introduction of that specific uh, new feature that created the contrast on on the watch
mm,
that made the Daytona explode in popularity. It became like a super attractive looking watch, and I think they have the
mm.
possibility to recreate that for full gold. And also, like people who I think it appeals to a bunch of different type of Rolex customers. There are collectors who like, oh, okay, like now they offer this in with a black bezel. Like they had black bezels back in the day. They were just
Yeah.
plastic or whatever they call that material, right? Bakelite or whatever. So it's kind of it's like a retro mod for them. Number two,
Mm.
it's people who like to flex, because if you have this one, you'd be like, hey, mine's newer than all of yours, than all the other ones that are out
Yeah.
there. And
That
then,
that is a very good point, because between the 11 and the 12 series, I think you could take your pick as to which generation of the watch is better. I personally prefer most of the 11 series over the 12. And there aren't many examples where there is only a version of the 12 of the watch. Um, my yellow gold piece with the hollow yellow gold subdials of this watch,
mhm,
I like that because it's only available in the 12. Like, that's why I liked it. It was more of a throwback to the Zenith era Daytonas. That speaks to me. But there's almost no other dial material choices that don't offer a direct comparison to an 11 series piece that you could prefer better.
mhm,
Like John Mayer 1 versus John Mayer 2, like Panda 1 versus Panda 2. It's just exactly personal preference. But this wouldn't be a personal preference. You either like it more to add to your collection, or take a take a walk. There's no 11 series version of this watch.
right. You're absolutely right. Let me ask you about these Milgauss or Milgausses.
Yeah,
Do you have and we want to get to the land dweller too, because you,
yeah,
unlike 99.99% of the people watching, actually have a land dweller in your family.
yes.
So you're one of the very few people that actually I would consider you extremely knowledgeable, because you have one in your hot little hands on a regular
Mm.
basis. But with respect to the Milgauss, is it a watch that after only 3 or 4 years deserves to come back? Is there a need for anything like this, or is this just a Rolex
Yeah.
fanboys just doing the same? I mean, they didn't buy it when it was out, and they wanted it discontinued, and every year they predicted and hoped for it to be discontinued, and those
Yeah.
same fucking numbnuts who wanted it gone are now clamoring it, who didn't buy it are now clamoring for it to come back.
Ask for it. Yeah. Um, I mean, what Monochrome have done here is they've just done exactly what existed in the previous generation, which is the Air King and the Milgauss shared the same case and same movement.
Mhm.
So they haven't really thought out of the box. And I think Rolex is really done with the parts bin watch. The Explorer 6 the Explorer 36 doesn't share the case with the OP36.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the Explorer 40 is not an OP with a different dial, different clasp and hands. It's Rolex are just thoroughly done with this idea of a part spin watch, in my opinion. So this is just completely off the mark. I mean, this is just an Air King with a different dial and handset. So that wouldn't happen. It's just not going to happen.
What about this concept of different color crystals to bring back the flavor of the Z blue, which is that green crystal, but do it with a twist? Is this just monochrome?
Seems extremely complicated.
Yeah.
It seems extremely complicated. I mean, different color dials is one thing, but Rolex went on and on and on about how hard it was to make those green.
Is this
green
monochrome?
sapphires.
Is this monochrome maybe saying, like, if you add some element of collectability and then forced exclusivity, because now you're you divide it by 5, and instead of Milgauss production X, you have 0.2, that it makes it more desirable and more individual choice. Like, you could choose your lavender versus orange versus green. I mean, there is some appeal to that, isn't there?
Yeah,
for people to have their favorites.
And also the Milgauss did have variations. Not like the Air King was just one watch, and the Explorer for a long time was just literally one watch.
Mm-hmm.
So the Milgauss had variations. None of them that popular, except for maybe the Z Blue to some tiny degree.
Which did you like that? Did you like the Z Blue?
I don't like this. I never liked the case. Like, everything on the dial and hands was fine, but I never liked the case, and it didn't have a safety, clasp. So it was sort of weirdly a sports watch without any of the sports features. So yeah, I think that they could bring the Milgauss back, but it would be way more thoughtful than this. Like, like, I could see them doing what would a sports land dweller look like? I think that would more likely be a Milgauss. Like, maybe they do a flat oyster link bracelet, and you get what I'm saying. Like, that would make more sense to me than just sort of part spin watch out of the Air King.
Let me bring up a picture just to remind everybody what the here's a good picture. What the Z Blue Milgauss looked like. It wasn't a super attractive watch, that's for sure. No. Right?
It's clean. It's very clean. But I from the side profile, it's a very thick case, so
I don't like
the
that,
only view I ever watch.
That blue with the orange, and the proportions are kind of weird. And then you have those the super big, thick 369 batons.
Yeah,
it's ugly. No wonder people didn't like it.
So I mean, these days scientists aren't as much surrounded by huge whopping amounts of electric current, but we are surrounded by a lot of AI these days. I wonder if there's room for some sort of AI proof watch.
That would be how would that what would it do?
The Milgauss is a gimmick. There's this non-AI watch would also be a gimmick too, so I wouldn't I don't profess any real substance to it.
there would be. Is there any need to have a watch that will survive a nuclear blast or whatever?
Yeah.
Or I don't think so.
Survive Skynet.
Yes, Skynet and AI would be a much better, more practical, feature to have in the watch.
Yeah,
and that's it's mechanical, so maybe it's you can market it as unhackable. Like unhackable in a good way. Like, you have hacking seconds, which is a feature, but then you have it's unhackable in terms of it'll never be able to be control of your watch will never be taken over by the enemy or by Terminator.
Oh, you could. The power reserve is charged up, yes, with automatic movement with a mechanical piece. There could be a component inside that also charges based on how much radiation you're exposed to. So that way your lifeless corpse may still have a working Rolex on it.
Because
It'll
accuracy,
keep going.
that's right. +2, -2 per day is very important, even after you're long dead and gone, and the planet has completely exploded.
We'll explicitly survive a nuclear winter, but no other post-apocalyptic scenarios. Okay, we're not. Somehow it destroyed agriculture, like in Interstellar. That's not a Milgauss 2 scenario.
Exactly. John Galt is in the chat. The two old ladies that were making the GV glass were the same. No, I don't think they were. That's the thing, is they were two different completely groups of ladies. Same ladies that made the Pepsi bezels. They were overworked, so the Milgauss was discontinued. No, I think they had two separate sections of the facility where you had the two red and blue bezel ladies working hand in hand, and you also had the I'm not sure if I think it was two guys actually that were making the GV glass. I'm not sure, but thank you for the comment. Yeah, but the Milgauss was discontinued, and now everybody seems convinced that the red and blue bezel Pepsi is discontinued. Do you agree with the mass hysteria, the overwhelming consensus based on these often repeated over and over again rumors?
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how many 2026 unworn Pepsis we're seeing on the market. We're now into the end of February, so it would not be foolish to look.
Someone pull that up on Chrono 24. Look for unworn new 2026 with box and papers in the United States with real pictures. Like, put all those filters, and I guarantee you're not going to find more than a dozen. Maybe even zero. You never know.
Chrono would be a little bit iffy because people just list,
yeah, that's why you have to
exclude.
You have to exclude the ones without real pictures. Let's do it.
Does David SW even have one? Let's take a look.
I saw one on Moda, and someone listed it at 35,000, I believe. 2026 Pepsi on Jubilee. It was full with stickers. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, he's got one, and he's got a very high price on it. It just says unworn, doesn't have.
He doesn't put the year?
Date, no.
Yeah. What's the price?
30,000.
30,000.
30.8. 30.8.
That's expensive.
Well, he's saying warranty 5 years, but that could still be late 2025.
Yeah. Do you see Rolex? There's a question from Corrado coming out with a pilot's watch. Would you see them coming out with a new collection? Or is it like, listen, they spent years and years developing the Land Dweller. Aren't they going to spend the next few years rolling out that new movement out to the Submariner and the Datejust? And it's going to take, they have a lot of work ahead of themselves.
Yeah. I first of all, thanks, Corrado. I always like your comments. Don't they have multiple pilots watches already? You've got the Air King, you've got GMT Master 2, and maybe Sky Dweller. You count as well. The one that's like a traditional pilot's watch is more the Air King, but you could also count the Explorer in there too, considering its anti-magnetism is solid enough. So I don't know. I kind of feel like they do have that base covered pretty well.
Yeah, here's something that a new version of the Patek Philippe pilot travel time was introduced last year. This was I think it was a green strap and a kind of a taupe-ish cream opalite dial. So this is more of like a pilot style.
Is this actually anti-magnetic though?
No. I mean, does it have to
Okay.
be? Does it have to be?
Yeah, that's kind of the main distinction between a field watch and a pilot's watch. I mean, apart from potentially a complication like a GMT complication and what specific, like, I think pilots do have a need to have like the Air King style 0, 5, 10, 50, like where you got the minutes instead of hours. But one of sort of like the key criteria differences is anti-magnetism to some extent. I mean, it's not like pilots are flying around prop helicopters. I mean, prop planes as much. It depends. Like in America, a lot of people do that as their pastime, their hobby, their thing they do when they've got too much money.
Mm-hmm.
I
One
know
of the
I know a
things,
few pilots in the USA actually who do that. They like their little prop aircraft.
one of the things that Monochrome did that was kind of they took some creative license is hold on a second here. Is they actually changed the dial on the Milgauss and they added the word. Oh, let me make it a little bit bigger here so you guys can see what the hell I'm talking about. They added the word amagnetic in orange at the bottom here. So I'll make this a little bit
Okay.
bigger. So you see on the bottom it says superlative chronometer officially certified. Then it says amagnetic as one word. That's their way of kind of emphasizing it. And they specifically didn't say anti-magnetic. They didn't come up with a brand name for it. They just used amagnetic, which is kind of interesting. RS fan.
Oyster amagnetic.
Yeah, they'd make up something. RS fans in the chat. Hey, OC and Aussie, you upvoted. Thank you very much. Recently got the call for the Yellow Gold Date 40 lacquer green. It will be replacing the ombre green, which LV
I think
owned, which
I've owned for a year.
Which I've owned for a year. Thoughts?
Isn't the lacquer green later, like an older dial?
It is. It did come out, I believe, 1 year previous to the green ombre, but it's still hard to get. I mean, I don't have opinion one way or the other. They're both okay. I'm not a big fan of the green, but
I do have an opinion. Like I absolutely adore the ombre green yellow gold date. I mean, it's insane to me. Like that thing is crazy in person. It's so beautiful. There's no way I would go with just the matte green. How is this? Why would they give you that call? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah,
Do you want
a little bit.
A super slightly different green? And they both have Romans on them, which is the way to go. Like in person, date with Romans. Whew, it's beautiful. Yeah, I cannot imagine. Like I have never seen a date with a better dial than that green ombre. Like better than all of the stone dials I've ever seen. Like it's really nice in person.
I think the way the ombre kind of is thick, is the same width as the deconstructed Romans, I think makes sense. It's like almost like it gives the Romans a lot of contrast.
Yeah.
Yet still gives you plenty of green. So you got the best of all worlds there. You've got your color, then you've got a black, which creates sharp contrast with not only the numerals, but also with the bezel, which is a gold bezel on the outside.
Anytime you can get black and yellow gold together, it's always fantastic. But sometimes you want something a little bit more special than a black dial, and the ombre just gives everything to you.
Compare that with this one, which is why does it look so friggin' small? Let me see if I can make this bigger.
And you'd be paying more money for this day date than you did your ombre, like just last year.
So thoughts? I mean, if you really, really, really loved it, congrats to you. But I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, we never really talked about. I mean, nobody at all is predicting any changes to the Datejust and the day date. It's almost like people forgot. Like in a way, it's a testament to how kind of perfect and timeless people think the Datejust range and the day date range is today in terms of size. The day date's 36 and 40, and people can't come up with any ideas to perfect it or to make it better. And the Datejust, I guess you could come up with ideas for the sizes, but you've already got so many sizes. And after that debacle, that was the day date 2 and the Datejust 2 in the mid 2010s. After they got rid of that and introduced something with normal size bezels and better proportions and better cases, it's almost like nobody has any ideas for how to make the Datejust any better or the day date any better. Isn't that kind of weird? Other than dial changes and other than...
I mean, they completely revamped the OPs this year for some reason. And they are different. It's not...
They revamped the 41 millimeter case is a new case. Like the investment that it took to do that. I mean, they haven't done anything with the Datejust or day date in how many years? Did that come out like 2000? When did the Datejust 41 come out? Let's use Chat GTI. When did Rolex introduce the Datejust 41? Chat GMX says that was 2016. So it's been 10 years. 10 years, and let's see, just to double check the date 40 was introduced at Basel World 2015. Day date 40. So the day date 40, which replaced the day date 2, was introduced in 2015. So no significant changes really, except for maybe there was a slight movement change. Maybe even not. Maybe it's been the same movement, the 3255 movement in the day date the entire time. I'm not an expert, so you guys have to tell me. They could make here's some ideas. Thank you, peeps. We've got peeps in the chat. Thanks for those of you just joining the original OC channel. I'm here joined with Aussie Expat. Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector. We do Watch Talk here. And that's all we do. I believe, they could make the Datejust with an integrated bracelet and a weird geometric dial. I think MD Chaz is trolling us because that's exactly what they did with the Land Dweller, right? The Land Dweller is basically a Datejust with a new movement integrated. What do you think, by the way? Let's get to the Land Dweller, because you are, I would consider, one of the people who knows more about the Land Dweller than anybody. So here's a version. I'll show you one without the salmon dial. Steel bezel, smooth steel bezel on the Land Dweller. What do you think? Does it ruin it?
I mean, it doesn't ruin it, but I mean,
it makes sense. It makes sense, right?
Same as Datejust, but
right.
Those are unfavored models.
That's right. Why would you want to take something that's exclusive and desirable and then add a feature that's ugly and less desirable?
Yeah.
It's almost like that. Hey, let's get rid of the flat Jubilee bracelet and we'll introduce flat oyster, on it.
Yeah, precisely. It doesn't make sense from the perspective like they have an extremely exclusive item right now that no one will say no to any variant, and then they're going to add variants that people will say no to. It's like, this is not how you run a business.
No, you don't want to do that. But Rolex, they do crazy things. So maybe. But let's see. But let me get your opinion on this. This would be a pistachio. So new colors basically is the broad topic. But they went way on our limb and said we'll pick pistachio as a new color for the stainless steel land dweller.
Yeah,
It does add a little bit of contrast.
It feels a little bit too early to be adding variations to land dweller, I think.
You want the land dweller to suffer for another year with the same
well,
dial.
the volume is so low that like there'll be more variations than there are actual pieces out in the wild.
I mean, that is frustrating. It's frustrating that there's so few out there to people who want one. Your argument kind of in a perverse way makes sense that they're so exclusive that they don't have to make changes, because nobody's even gotten these yet. Especially the platinum. The platinum is like hasn't been seen on anybody really, right? The platinum land dweller.
Yeah.
It's 2 years after. Isn't it 2 years after the introduction of the platinum 1908? And we've still seen very few of those out in the wild.
They do exist, but
they do exist.
Are extreme. Like I think I've seen 2, maybe 3, quote unquote, in the wild, as in like someone posted it on Reddit that they got one and so forth. And I asked for that from day one, and I believe they would sell it to me if they got one. I haven't even had a near miss on that one at all.
Yeah.
Like it's just not even. I've had near misses on the Platinum Daytona. I have not had a near miss on a 1908 Platinum. It's very weird because I don't know how exclusive they are, as in demand versus which kind of client would get it, so on and so forth. But they for sure are extremely rare.
Mm-hmm.
More rare than a Lemon.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. By the way, RS fan, if you ever wanted to do an unboxing, we do, if approved brand, unapproved brand, doesn't matter. As long as you want to do it for charity, let me know. You're welcome to schedule a time. We can pick your philanthropic cause of choice, and we're happy to do an unboxing for charity. But that's the way we roll here. We do the unboxings for to give back. So if that's something you ever want to do, anybody in the chat, if anybody wants to do an unboxing for a good cause, let us know, and we're happy to schedule that, and it'll be a fun time. Let's see. So we've got pistachio, and then the other thing here is they threw a salmon dial on it. And your opinion is like, hey, it's not going to happen. They didn't even do a mock-up with the removing of the 6 and the 9. Let me ask you, if they did that, that would be a show of defeat. Too early in the product's launch, right?
Getting rid of the. Yeah, I know that it's the most divisive thing, and Watch Eric actually did a video this week with a land dweller on his wrist, and he was sort of mid on the 9 and 6, but not.
Who was that?
Watch type thing. Watch Eric.
Okay, so he saw one up close for the first time.
Yeah, he got to wear it a few days. First one. I can't remember he got the rose gold or the steel. I can't remember, but yeah, I don't know.
What do you think?
I think overall the package it's really, really fantastic. I think color variations. This looks very attractive, but I don't think they're gonna produce that many variations of the land dweller. It's just yeah, it would shock me if we started seeing even a single new variant on the land dweller. I would be surprised.
Got it. In other words, if they making any changes to the land dweller it would do two things. Number one, it would take focus away from any other changes or launches that they make, and number two, it is too soon after the launch of the land dweller. It's almost like that I would almost argue that it's almost like when you have a car company that comes out with something that's so polarizing that that there's such an overwhelming clamoring for a tweak that they do like a 1 year refresh. I don't think it would hurt the land dweller if they came out with batons. Well, maybe it would. I mean, but if it's better, okay, you would argue it's not better, to have batons instead of 6 and 9, right? Or would you?
I think batons they can be hit and miss because I mean if you look at the OP34 and it uses the single batons, I find my eyes just keep turning around on it. You know what I mean? There's no
You don't
level
stop
set.
every
Yeah, you
quarter.
don't stop. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I could throw up pictures of the ones with the diamond baguettes, and I think overwhelmingly people are going to choose the one with the diamond baguettes because it looks more plain. How would you respond to this argument? GMC says Rolex through the kitchen sink at the land dweller dial, the smooth bezel helps simplify the design. So in other words, there's a lot of shit going on. There's the flat Jubilee bracelet. There's the honeycomb. There's the 6 and the 9. There's the chapter ring. And then if you just add the fluted bezel, it becomes so visually discombobulated that the smooth bezel actually allows you to focus on the dial as something attractive rather than it being conflicting with the fluted bezel design and conflicting with the Jubilee bracelet design. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think there's a lot of case for smooth bezels and say oyster bracelets instead of Jubilee where the option's available if the dial has enough going on that you don't want your eye just wandering all over the bracelet when there's enough to look at on the dial. In practice, that's not kind of what people actually want, like what they'll actually buy. Like for example, the Sky Dweller, I much prefer that on Oyster, but I'm not even buying a Sky Dweller, so why even like it doesn't matter what I think. Yep. Which one looks better? The people who want it, they buy it on Jubilee overwhelmingly.
If you're just joining us, we are for the entire prediction season. What we're doing is going through the leading publications and the top YouTubers 2026 Rolex predictions. Today it is Monochrome watches. Shout out to the peeps at Monochrome. What I will do is, I mean, most of you are familiar with the publication, but to thank them for allowing us to plagiarize and heavily reuse and rely on their content. I'll drop a link to their website in the chat. I think that worked. Let me just double check. Didn't work. Let me figure out how to do that. How come it didn't work? There's a link. That's weird. Okay, I'll double check that. But by the way, if you just joined us, so we're reviewing that their quote unquote predictions, which are really just like cool, interesting ideas. Here's another one that they threw in here. Rolex has a rich history of introducing two-tone watches. The Datejust is, thrived for decades and decades as a two-tone watch. Still, Datejust is still two-tone in steel and yellow gold, steel and rose gold. Here is the Land Dweller mocked up with steel and yellow gold. Gaudy.
Just like the Explorer two-tone, one of the things that like really is nice on the Explorer and would be nice on this is the yellow gold indices. Like that 9 and 6 is actually really nice in yellow gold. And so is it on the Explorer 36 when it's in two-tone. The yellow gold indices is just fantastic.
This would be expensive because the Land Dweller is what, 14,000. Then you add two-tone, it would probably jump up to like 19, 20,000, right?
It'd probably be similar to like a Daytona in two-tone, which is what, 20
over 22,000 now, right?
Oh, wow, yeah.
What is it?
It's 513.
Check the price.
Yeah. 1265. What, it doesn't like that's the number, isn't it? 503? Oh, 503.
126503.
24,000.
24,000. Oh man. Well, I don't know if it'll be as much as a Daytona, but it would probably be I mean,
Well, the
okay,
steel model is very comparable in price, I think. I'll go steel.
let's do, well, the steel
16.9.
the steel is 3,000 more than a Datejust. So the Datejust is like 17. So add 3,000 on top of that. It's going to be 20, right?
So a land dweller in steel is 16.5.
What?
Daytona in
16.
steel
I thought
is
there were
16.9.
14. Holy shit.
No, no, land dweller's not cheap.
Holy shit. Land Dweller and
So
Steel is
there's only a
16.
$500 difference. So this thing would probably end up being, and look, the bracelet is going to require more than a Daytona bracelet to do. I'm going to guess. Oh,
22.5.
but then the steel version has a white gold bezel to begin with as well. So they would
Okay.
that wouldn't be a jump up on the two-tone. So probably 23,000 is probably just under a Daytona two-tone would sound about right.
Here's the mock-up, by the way, with the smooth gold bezel. What would make it any cheaper would just make it slightly uglier and slightly less and a lot more or less desirable. There's no need to do anything like this, is there? They're not going to screw it up with two-tone, right?
If you're going to pay almost $25,000 for two-tone, just double it and get the full gold. Like just double it and get the full gold.
Full gold is rose gold right now. Is ever rose gold is the option for full gold, and they have full platinum, and those things aren't cheap. They're not cheap at all. John D is in the chat. The lame dweller is what happens when Rolex runs a focus group with their own mailroom staff. That's rough. That's rough, John D.
I think, like, to be fair, it's roughly accurate, as in the land dweller, starts off with the concept of being, going back to integrated sports watch, and they just had to throw everything at it to still make it look Rolex. They had to throw the fluted bezel, they had to throw in crowns, they couldn't throw in Mercedes hands because it's not a sports watch, but they put on the Cyclops. They pull from the Jubilee more explicitly rather than just flat links. So I understand where he's coming from. It's mostly true. Because anything else, it just wouldn't actually look like a Rolex. Like, you know what I mean? They start, I'll give it a new bezel design, give it a different bracelet that isn't harkening to something that exists. So like, then okay, yeah, it's a new watch, but it's just not actually a Rolex.
I can't remember what your thoughts were on this one. The black. This looks like that makes it more like an Explorer with that black dial.
I think they'd do something more interesting, but yeah, it could work. Like, so someone was saying, a slate would be more interesting.
Slate would be definitely better than this. And then, of course, if you want to go full Royal Oakish, you go with a nice dark midnight blue or a navy blue or something like that. Maybe different. Maybe do it different than the Datejust blue and the other blues that you have. Maybe make it a super dark midnight blue.
I think the thing that's a little challenging with the land dweller is it doesn't have the rehort, so it has that index chapter ring that's sort of like the Pelagos. So any dial sort of has to play well with that chapter ring. I personally really love it. Watch Eric also says he really, really likes it. It's like the only Rolex that doesn't have a rehort, and it's very, very flat, so it's all very close to the sapphire and very refined. So I think that's really cool, but it does pose some interesting challenges to dials that will work well with that chapter ring. Because I definitely don't like the Royal Oak of the previous generation. Was it the 16500? Because the chapter ring is just it doesn't play well with the tapisserie dial at all. It's just this section on the outside of the dial that isn't special, basically.
Yeah, I have my own thoughts on the chapter ring myself, which I will. Let's see. I will refrain. Here's kind of a shot of it that shows how it integrates with the dial and all that stuff. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it like that. I'll be nice. I'm gonna be super nice today, Aussie. Let's go to.
I know you're not the biggest fan, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they did it because I think it's the same movement they use in both watches. And you can fact check me on that. I think it's the same movement for the 36 and the 40.
Mhm.
And basically they had to, if they didn't have that very thick chapter ring, then the date would be very far in looking on the dial.
Uh-huh.
And it wouldn't look close to the edge. Right here, it kind of, you don't even have the sense that it's not close to the edge of the movement, to the edge of the dial, because you have that chapter ring there. And on the 36, it's the proportions are a little bit different. So I think they did a little bit of masking. At the same time, it's functional. Obviously, it has the seconds and minutes indices on it. And also there were, at the time, the 15500 had a chapter ring. The 15510, actually, they eliminated the chapter ring and went to a mirrored rehot. So I think this was a couple of years behind, and it's a little bit. But there's no way to really fix it because the movement is the size of the movement, unless they did something with that chapter. I don't know how they fix it. Let's go to something that's that everybody can weigh in on, and that is the Daytona on Jubilee. Just joined us. These are the mock-ups from Monochrome. This is the John Mayer 2 in Jubilee. Here's the Pikachu with black ceramic bezel on Jubilee. Here's the white gold with the white gold bezel on Jubilee. And here's an ugly picture. For some reason, it doesn't look right, of the stainless steel on Jubilee.
Still looks good though.
What's
not right about this one?
I just think like the way the bottom half of the bracelet looks like it's a little blurry.
Folded up a bit somehow.
Yeah, it's folded up. It looks like they messed up on the like compared to this one.
The compositing, yeah.
Yeah, it's something on the compositing kind of fucked
There's
up.
still something crazy nice about the Panda. Like, I'm not even really commenting on the Jubilee, but the Panda Daytona is just still amazing. I know,
but don't you?
And you're not that enamored. It's amazing.
No, you have. I think full gold. Once you have full gold, and you're going to join the AP club this year, and who knows, maybe.
I know it's the last day of February.
The Patek Club. So. Yeah, you're gonna get into the Patek Club, and then you'd be like, oh, stainless steel Daytona, like, ugh, yuck. And then we also have the kind of reimagined Explorer 2, but in a 40.5 millimeter size. Check this out. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this watch anyway. So like the idea of introducing it in a smaller size, I couldn't care one way or the other. Maybe you guys who are actual watch people in the chat.
People actually like that watch.
If people actually like the watch can jump in.
Yeah. I think that if you want the 40 millimeter, go buy it. It's not. It's literally the cheapest modern or neo-modern, neo-vintage piece you can get, and you can get very affordably. So if you want a 16570, you go ahead and get the 16570.
You can get it.
Plenty of them can get it. Plenty of them around. And you don't need to pay. Like Rolex will still charge $13,000 for this watch.
Of course, yeah.
Like it's close to 12 something at the moment, which is crazy. I don't know why Rolex moved the Explorer 2 pricing so close to the GMT Master 2 now. I remember the year they bumped it up by $1,200. Like it was a 15% price increase for the Explorer 2, the biggest price increase of any sports model bar a Daytona. And then I had to get it the next year. Unfortunately, I had to pay that that increase, but it was still $9,600, I think, when I got mine. These days, they're a lot of money. I'll try to find it.
Let me pull up a picture of the modern. What is the reference number? Rolex
226570. 226.
226. That's right. 226. 570. Let me find a nice picture here of the white dial.
Yeah, 10,600 at the moment.
And maybe we'll do a little bit of comparison. Let me pull up this picture. Boom. So we can do a little bit of compare and contrasting here. This is the current model. Big fat circle indices. Those are what do they call that again? The maxi dial. They call it the maxi dial.
Yeah, the maxi indices. Yeah, maxi dial.
Yep.
And huge hands. I don't know.
Huge hands. They look
like
thick.
Compared to
they look long.
Regular sports model. Yeah, they're very, very thick.
And then you can compare it with the one that Monochrome mocked up. This one. What do you think? Which one do you think looks better? Thinner hands.
I think it's merely a choice. I think letting go of the orange hand is a mistake. Like that's the only thing I would say I feel is close to being objective on the 16570 versus the new Giant models, is that the orange hand is really a lot of fun. I think it's fantastic, but you can definitely like both. I decided to go for the 42 millimeter after I saw them side by side, and they're honestly in person different enough that you could have both in the same collection, because this one is basically a 16570, but everything about it's on steroids. It goes to a 22 millimeter bracelet. It goes massive, bold, 24-hour ring, huge indices, huge hands. Everything about it is just, it's the American version of the Explorer 2, basically.
That's right. Supersized.
It's the F350 of the Explorer 2 models. And you don't have to like that. You could go back to the Tacoma sized 16570 and you get to have your cake and eat it too. They're both fantastic.
There it is. This is the 226-570. People love this watch. People love the Explorer 2. They love it as a beater. They love it as a daily. They love it as the watch that they throw on when they don't want to get too much attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wear it when I don't feel like repping Rolex for the day. You know what I mean? Like as in, I don't need attention, but if someone looks closely, they'll realize, oh, that's still actually a Rolex. Yeah, it's 100% the tool. It's the only tool watch left in the Rolex catalog.
Then you have watches that are not tools like the 1908, which was introduced a few years back, and last year they introduced it on this supple, silky 7-link, what they call the Satimo bracelet, which is Patek does gold bracelets like this too. And here it is. They've envisioned a revised, upgraded version of the 1908. This one featuring a moon phase in the same location where the small seconds exists today. And then they move the second hand to the central seconds pinion, which, by the way, some people don't know this, but the 1908 movement is a center second movement. And they introduced modifications to it to make it a small second, but it was originally designed as a center second movement. What do you think about the moon phase on the 1908?
It's okay.
Okay.
I'll take it or leave it. I don't think I'll make or break the 1908.
This is it.
I gotta go pick up the kids.
All right, cool. Thanks for jumping on, Aussie. Appreciate it.
It's been fun, and until the next set of speculation and unfounded rumors comes out.
Which hopefully is at least once a week. And if there are any YouTubers, and I mean top YouTubers that introduce or publish 2026 Rolex prediction videos, send me a note on Instagram or send me a note on WhatsApp. If they're good enough, then I will review them. If they're not, then I'll just, if I don't watch them, I don't care about them, I won't review their predictions. But if they're good, like Britt Pierce's were, I'll review them. Aussie Expat, thank you for being on. Appreciate it. Take care. Yeah, we got the Satimo bracelet. Here's the black on the black alligator. Something about this one I think is extremely visually attractive. Right? Like the black and the blue. What do you think? What do you think? By the way, if anybody wants to jump on the panel, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Or if you work for Monochrome, let's do this. Special link for Monochrome. If you work for Monochrome watches and you want to join the panel, here's a special link just for you. Click on this link. Boom. You can bypass the green room. Come directly to the stream. Ghost of Yiddish Gambino is in the chat, and he said, Foog Me Dead, that moon phase 1908 would be awesome on the, I'm assuming you mean on the Satimo bracelet. Look at this. This is white gold. Check this puppy out. This is fucking hot. Black, white gold with the Satimo bracelet. Yeah, check that out. Good to see you. Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, member of the OC channel in the chat. We're on a membership drive, guys. Membership drive. We want every single person who is a fan of the channel and a commenter in the chat to become and upgrade your memberships. So please consider becoming or upgrading your membership today. There's a link in the chat. Jesus, sweet Jeebus, OC. That's gorgeous in white gold. Yeah, it is. For some reason, this color combination looks really, really good. This color combination looks, even with the ugly and cheap looking vegan alligator strap or whatever they use, it looks good. This is yellow gold with the fake plastic vegan leather. I don't know what it is. It's probably real leather, but not the most attractive in the world. Here we go. Here's Satimo, baby. Yellow gold Satimo. How are you not going to like that? How are you not going to like that? Yellow gold with that splash of blue. Yellow gold with a splash of blue. OC, have you tried on the 1908 Platinum? It's a cool watch, great pricing too. I have not tried that on. I haven't tried on. It's been a long time since I tried on 1908s. And Rolex 1908. Let's pull it up. Pull it up, OC. Pull it up. Here it is. Let's configure it. Of course, I'm going to configure it in Vimal's preferred configuration, which is platinum. You can choose either the brown, chestnut brown, or the black. These are, man, if they had a platinum bracelet with this, that'd be crazy good. Crazy good. Let me see here. Let me find a better picture, like one that's kind of nice. Let's pull up a better picture of the 1908. Here we go. This should work. Let's see this. Boom, boom. Yeah, but the thing is, when I went to dress watch, I went Patek, Bamal. That's just what I did, you know. Dress watch, I went Patek Philippe. This Platinum 1908 is 33,000. This is US dollars. 33,600. 33,600. So it's not a crazy price. It's cheaper than a Calatrava, cheaper than a 6119. So it's a pretty good. This is good. I think replacing the sub-seconds, the small seconds, with a moon phase is definitely going to look good. Let me show you this shot right here. This looks so much like the Cellini moon phase, doesn't it? Boom. This looks so much. Sorry. Here we go. So much like the Cellini moon phase. Oh, here we go. Ghost Swedish Gambino. I don't understand people choosing a Calatrava at $40,000 compared to a 1908 on bracelet for $5,000 to $7,000 less. It's a matter of listen. For me, it was Patek branding. Patek branding is in the dress watch category versus Rolex. And we got Madman member for 2 months. I love to see those new members racking up those initial months of tenure. I love to see those new members racking up the seniority. It's okay. It's better. Listen, there's an important saying. It doesn't matter when you get to the party, as long as you arrive, right? The last thing you want to do is what's worse, being late to the party or not showing up at all? Missing the party is much, much worse. So all that matters, even if you're late to the party, is that you're there. Now that you're there, let's fucking go. Let's rock. Madman member for 2 months. Satimo bracelet is so good. Let's take a look at it on the Satimo. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. This white gold Satimo, fuck. Forget about it. This thing's fucking insane. Absolutely insane. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. John D says the worst part of this 1908 is that hole in the hour hand. Yeah, that's called an observatory hour hand. And it's not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It looks unfinished and the same as a very specific, very entry-level brand, which has been using it for decades. I'm not sure what that brand is. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Who uses the observatory hand? I don't want to know. Thank you, Madman, for your membership. Thank you, John D, for the comment. Yeah, I mean, I don't love the it adds some visual interest to that hand, but to me, it's like a dress version of the Mercedes hand. I don't want something that reminds me of the Mercedes hand on a dress watch. I just don't want to see that. I don't like. Some people can pull off the observatory hands. But to me, I don't want to see Rolex with observatory hands. I just don't want to see it. I think we kind of reached the end of the line. If you're just joining us, go back and watch the first 3 hours. Watch 3 hours. By the way, Madman, thank you for the Madman has left a couple of nice compliments about my show in somebody else's chat a few days ago. He's like, OC is like one of the few guys that can pull off doing a show all by himself if he wants to. Thank you. I appreciate that compliment. I don't necessarily want to pull off shows entirely by myself, but if I have to, I will. For you guys, I'll do it for you guys. Because hey, someone has to bring you the breaking news, the latest news, the new releases, the burger reviews. Stay tuned. 7 p.m. tonight. 7 p.m. tonight, I'll be doing a live burger review. I'll be checking out the new Whopper. I'm starving. I haven't had anything to eat all day. So coming up in 1 hour from now, 7 p.m. Eastern, live review of the improved Whopper. Now, the people at Burger King, they're like, hey, we saw your review of the Big Arch. I think they sensed that I didn't love it, right? And they want me to review the Whopper. I'll give the Whopper a fair shake. Truth be told, I actually love the Whopper as is. So I'm going to be hard on them. If they tweaked it and made it worse, I'll call them out. But apparently they're now doing it with richer, thicker, tastier mayo. I'm all for that. I fucking love mayonnaise. So if it's got better mayo, it's going to be a slam dunk. I'm going to fucking go crazy on this thing. Whopper with cheese, fries, Coke. I'm down, baby. I'm starving. I can't wait. Will I review White Castle sliders? Hey, Doc Mick, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member, by the way. Appreciate your membership. Will I review what? I'll do everything. I mean, we've got a list of like a dozen places already lined up. A dozen places. We've got. I mean, when I'm on the West Coast, I'm going to be doing In-N-Out, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box. Here on the East Coast, I'm going to be doing Five Guys, Shake Shack, Wendy's. We're doing all the top burgers. If you have a burger that you'd like from me and Logan and some of the other culinary experts that you want us to review, shoot me a note on Instagram or on WhatsApp. By the way, we're going back to McDonald's to review the Big Mac and the Quarter Pounder with cheese. I think the Big Mac is the best fast food burger there is. I'm sorry, it doesn't have lettuce, it doesn't have tomato and that normal stuff. It doesn't have mayo and ketchup. The Big Mac is a classic. I love the Big Mac. And by the way, Madman says, true. It's true. Not many people can carry a show solo. Yeah, in this space, there are people who can do a show solo, and there are people who can't. And there's having a panel full of like degenerate losers is still it doesn't make it better than a solo show. I won't have a panel full of crazy whack pack people. That's other people. There are other channels that do that stuff. If you want to jump on and do watch talk, we just do the boring ASMR watch talk here. No whack pack of panels, crazy people destroying each other, well, any of that nonsense. We need Monochrome to give us Cartier prediction. I probably wouldn't cover those. Nobody would really care. Ghost of Yiddish Gambino. Nobody would really care. So that's the show, guys. A 3-hour stream. We brought you. Now, listen. If other people try to steal my ideas, and they let's cover Monochrome. Like, oh, they're not going to say like OC did. They're going to be like, oh, let's go to Monochrome and cover the predictions. Is it? I mean, they can do it. Like, oh, I see OC's reacting to people who are doing Rolex predictions, like Britt Pierce and Monochrome and whoever like if Nico Leonard does a prediction video, I'll probably cover that. I can't think of any other YouTubers that would do a prediction video that I would cover. I can't think of it. I mean, maybe if who's going to do a 2026 Rolex prediction video in our space? Probably nobody. So Brit did it. I covered hers. Monochrome did it. If Hodinkee, I guess, comes out with predictions, I'll cover them. I mean, I'll cover anybody who's good who comes out with predictions. I'll review them. So that's the show. That's the show. I want to thank, if this is your last chance to super chat and to upgrade your membership or become a member. In the meantime, I do want to thank all the people who tossed in member chats during the show today. Shout out to, first of all, the new members. Check this out. Eldescents. Love Eldescents. Thank you for becoming a member. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, Eldescents. Got MD Chaz, who became a member today. You're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. You're going to really, really love being a member. A membership has its privileges, guys. Thank you, SE, for gifting a membership. I really appreciate that as well. Madman, member for 2 months. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Look at the Speedy Horrendous, member for 15 months. Love it. Thank you so much. Franchise Club, member for 5 months. Thank you, the Franchise Clubs. It's plural. Thank you, the Franchise Clubs. Got SE, member for 16 months. That's friggin' awesome. And who else? I think that's it, right? We got Speedy. Thank you, Speedy. Thank you to the super chatters too. Thanks, Famal, for the flamingo blue highlighted comment from Canada. Thank you very much. Huge shout out to Mikey. 10-pound super chat. Thank you, Namnad. $20 super chat. Super cool. Really appreciate the super chats and the memberships. And the membership is great. Yeah, we do have members only streams. After my live stream at Burger King today, the Burger King and the McDonald's reviews are going back to members only. Going back to members only. That's it. If you're watching on the replay, upvote the live stream. How many upvotes do we have? What did we get to? Oh yeah, we're so close to cracking 50. We're so close to getting to 50. Yeah, new mayo. John D, thank you for the comment. Yeah, the new mayo. Thicker, richer, tangier, tastier mayo. Who can go wrong with that? Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get to 50 likes, and then we'll call it. We'll call it a show. If you want me off the air and off the air immediately, which would really be a tremendous favor and benefit to everyone, then please upvote in the chat. But yeah, if you see other people copying my ideas and they're doing reaction videos to Brit Pierce or they're doing reaction videos to Monochrome's predictions, call them out. Call them out for stealing my ideas. And we're doing the burger reviews. We're pivoting. We're expanding our reach. We're going into burger reviews next. Part of a group chat where, listen, I've been talking about this big arch for like weeks and weeks in our group chat. So it was it was like well suited for me to cover it. It only made sense for me to cover it. People know that I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge super fan of McDonald's. But listen, Burger King wants me to taste the Whopper. I'm going to try the Whopper. I'm going to give it a fair shake. I might love it. As a matter of fact, I do already love it. Do I love it more than the Big Mac? I think they're different. They're different. So, but I'm going to give it a fair review. Okay. So tune into that. Just coming up in less than an hour. In less than an hour. Take a break. Go take a pee. Take a bathroom break. and come back here at 7 o'clock Eastern, and we're going to do the Whopper review, the new and improved Whopper. It's an unboxing. We're going to unbox the new Whopper. They come in boxes now, no longer in aluminum foil. The Whoppers are boxed, and we're going to unbox the Whopper, the first ever live review of the new and improved Whopper. Cool? All right. See you guys in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Upvote on the way out. If you're watching on the replay, leave a super thanks. We'll catch you on the later streams. Peace out, guys. Peace out.